Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me here for this stream as we're going to watch the 76ers and Atlanta Hawks play Game 5 and the pivotal point of the series here. We're all tied up 2-2, both teams having won one on the road, one at home, and so we will see which team will be victorious today. Trey Young and company had a fantastic game 4 in which they were able to come back and pull off to tie it up. So that was extremely pivotal. But the 76ers, they have looked the part thus far. Joel Embiid, he's obviously going to be key. As last game, he did seem a bit limited in terms of what he was able to do, but we've definitely seen him in this series go off. So we certainly know what he brings to the table, and he's a matchup nightmare for these Atlanta Hawks. So this is going to be an exciting one to see, especially down in Philadelphia, and we will have to see how this plays out. Obviously, some of the news around the league thus far. Obviously, Chris Paul, with his being in protocol due to COVID-19, we will see. I'm not entirely sure if he has it or if he's just been in close proximity to someone that's had it at this point. But I do know that it's a good thing the Suns are not playing right now. But that's one thing to keep in mind. Obviously, as we progress throughout this postseason, to see how that situation plays out there. And then with Kawhi Leonard, him going down. I mean, obviously, we've seen our share of superstars go that thus far. In the playoffs, leading up to the playoffs, it's just been crazy. I mean, LeBron James has been very vocal in stating that he was clearly against, that happening in terms of the NBA trying to resume play so quickly. But obviously, it's a business, and so they made that business decision. But we've just seen so many superstars go down. Speaking of superstar, I mean, hey, my man James Harden, he returned. He didn't look like himself, but he was enough of a decoy, and he did chip in with some assists as well yesterday to help the Brooklyn Nets. But Kevin Durant, he was on fire. I mean, it was one hell of a performance to watch. I mean, the way that he went out there and he just dominated on the offensive end, defensive end. He was the spark. I mean, rebounds, scoring, everything his team needed, he provided it. And so that was just something that you don't get to witness every day, honestly. And I mean, for him to do that in that given moment right then and there, that was one thing for sure. So let's see. Aftershock 1, you say you hope that this would be as good as the game it was last time. Yeah, definitely. I'm really hoping that it's going to be a good game. I mean, I've got no issue with either team whatsoever. I'm rooting for the Hawks. I'm in Georgia at the moment, so I'm going to root for the hometown team. But if the 76ers did win this series, I would not be mad at all, and I probably would root for them the rest of the way, especially if they go toe-to-toe with Brooklyn. But yeah, from what we've seen from Joel Embiid, though, that has been very impressive, throughout this entire season. Obviously, he's dealing with his injury and stuff, but to see him power through like that, power to him. And then, the rest of the 76ers, whenever Ben Simmons decides that he wants to show up as well, he can be a factor. But I'm proud of the Hawks, though, the way that they were able to fight back in Game 4 and make it the game that it was, and then to come out victorious. Hey, they had the arena rocking, that is for sure. So hopefully they can follow this up because I really would love to see this go 7 games. Nico TV, thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you, and thanks for being in the chat. You said, man, this is a good series. You wanted to go 7 for the Sixers. I feel you. Hey, either way, if this game goes 7 games in this series, then, hey, I will be happy with that result. I mean, you cannot ask for anything better. I would like to see the Hawks win, but with that being said, though, do I want to see the Hawks get cremated by the Brooklyn Nets? No. So if the 76ers can save that from happening, I won't be mad about that as well. But definitely hoping that this one goes all the way 7 games. This is a really good one. Let's see. As a chick, you say it's a surprisingly good series. Oh, definitely. Most definitely. Especially how Atlanta came out in Game 1 and they set the tone at the very beginning. But then the 76ers quickly responded and showed, like, hey, they've been trusting the process long enough. Now it's time for the process to come through. They've trusted the process. They've continued the process. And now they're trying to complete the process. So we will see if things shape out to be that way for them. But certainly, I like what I see from them. Obviously, Embiid's injury, if I'm, looking at the 76ers, that's going to be something that I'm going to continue to monitor for sure. But, I mean, this has turned into one heck of a series, honestly. It really has. And seeing both teams, obviously, when it comes to the 76ers, they're taking advantage of matchups. But seeing the heart of Atlanta, I mean, that's really what's pushed them this far to tie things up 2-2. They've shown, glimpse of the same team that we saw against the Knicks earlier in round one. And so it's going to be really nice to see if the Hawks can now consistently bring that energy, here on out. Because, I mean, they've shown flashes of it, but they have not been consistent enough for my liking. And so if they're going to win this series, they're going to have to be consistent. My man, Trae Young, he's got to go out there and ball out the rest of the way, honestly. Because when he goes out there and he's having his best game, the team certainly responds to it. They respond extremely well to it. So we're going to have a very good one here in Game 5. And the fact that the Hawks, they've been down here and they've won in this series before on the road gives them all the confidence in the world that, hey, they can do it again. They can play with these guys. They know they can play with these guys. Obviously, we're tied up 2-2, but this is a pivotal point in the series. If the 76ers win this game, I mean, I'm not going to say it's done, but it's sure as hell going to look like it from what I'm looking at. I mean, you give the 76ers this one, and then if Embiid, continues to get more healthy out there. But, man, I mean, we have got to acknowledge, though, all of these injuries in the postseason. It's no longer coming down to who's the best team in the postseason, but just who can remain the most healthy at the right time, and avoid any of these injuries or any of these, COVID testing and all like that. So it's just a challenge that, all these teams got to overcome. And honestly, it's felt that way for this year, last year as well. Who can overcome adversity the best. So certainly a lot to be seen today. Let's see. Nico, you said you knew that it was going to be close, but not this good because these teams are great. Oh, yeah, definitely. When I saw, honestly, though, I was perhaps the most concerned. Perhaps once I saw Philadelphia, how they finished game one, and then once they came out game two, and then around that game two, game three, it looked like they had so much momentum, and they were just out there like dominating. The way that Embiid was going out there and getting his points, with ease, that had me extremely concerned, especially when Trae Young doesn't go out there and he's not dropping 35 plus out there. But yeah, as long as Trae Young, he's out there doing everything that he can, the rest of the guys, they're going to respond out there. Everybody else is going to chip in on the team because they drive off of his energy. And so this has turned into one heck of a series for sure. Let's see. As a shock, you say you personally thought that the Hawks would at least take it to 6. Definitely. If I had to look at this series just on paper, I could definitely see about 6 games, honestly, even before the series started. Probably about 6 games is what I would have probably said, just depending on the health of Embiid, honestly, 5 or 6 games. But, yeah, Atlanta's definitely come out to impress. So I'm going to be rooting for them and hoping for the best at this point. Let's see. You say Trae Young has been really good in this series. Yeah, my man, he has been pivotal for the Hawks in this series. I mean, the Hawks, the way that they played in Game 4 shows me that they're not just okay with obviously just being in this series right now, but, they're not just one of those teams that's happy to be there. They understand that they're there because they earned their way to be here, and they're showing the world that they belong. So the way that they're up there against the 76ers, in which some people believe the 76ers will be the team to represent the East, especially with, obviously the concern with James Harden, just when is he going to be 100% or close to 100% to where he's contributing, and then Kyrie Irving, that injury. So a lot of people, are pretty high right now in the 76ers. And so to see the Hawks out there battling the way that they are, that bodes well for them. So certainly proud of the Hawks and how they're fighting, but they're going to have to continue this right now. This is extremely important. If they want to have a prayer of winning this series, it starts tonight in terms of them finding a way to go down to Philadelphia and try to win this one right here. That would really put the momentum in their favor right before being at home for Game 6. And so this is pivotal either way for both teams. Let's see. Akashak, you say, he has really improved as a facilitator, and it's been great to see. Yes, my man really has improved as a facilitator. I go back to when I think about his time at the collegiate level and just, when he first was coming into the league, and there was a lot of questions about, just how much of a, facilitator as he is, how, and given his size and everything, how would he hold up? He just seemed like a pure shooter. Or someone that likes to get up a lot of shots, but hey, this is today's NBA. You need guys like that, and Trae Young, he has definitely stepped up. I'm loving to see, not just for Trey Young as well, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. I'm happy to see the younger guys in the playoffs, Devin Booker, all of them guys. It's really amazing to see them step up in the playoffs like this in the big game, in the big moment. They want the shots at the end of the game. They're understanding how to close out games, and this is something that's hard to teach, but they're really out there. And not just that, when their shot's not falling, they know how to pass it, or they're taking great shots when their team needs it, but they're not, going out there forcing trying to play hero ball. They understand the situation. They're playing smart, keeping their composure, despite the fact that, they're going down to some of the loudest arenas there is in the world, to play basketball. And obviously that's a lot of pressure because you know how the media is. If you go out there and mess up, just ask Giannis, like they are going to grill you over that. And to see these guys, go out there and continue to ball the way that they are, that has been impressive and fun to watch, in all honesty. So, yeah, he does a great job facilitating, setting up teammates, the way they pass the ball in general, I've seen some great passing in this playoffs. I will say that, a lot of selfless guys out there. Let's see, Nico TV, you say, and these teams, hold on, and these teams have an all-around attack. Yes, that is certainly a major flex for a lot of these teams. If there's something, though, that some of these teams lack, that I will say, especially when it comes to a team like the Milwaukee Bucks, is when your star player cannot hit free throws or just can't shoot consistently outside. That really hurts because that is the difference between someone like Giannis and someone like Durant. Obviously, Durant, even if he's not scoring, he can still, late in the game, he's clutch. He's getting free throws. Same with Harden. If he goes to the free throw line, he's going to hit it. Same with Kyrie. But then you look at Giannis, and obviously what cost the Bucks is the fact that my man was thinking too hard about, trying to get the basket in before they foul him. And so that's really what hurt him at the end of that game. And so he knows he made that mistake. But honestly, he was thinking, man, I don't want to go to the free throw line. And so honestly, stuff like that, little stuff like that makes a difference in close games, especially in the playoffs, where everybody just is out there giving it their all. Let's see. You say, hopefully that you're not that streamer that streams a blowout. Hey, Nico, we've been past that, okay? We have had a couple streams now that has been extremely close, and so I am proud to say I'm no longer that streamer who streams blowouts every time he comes up there. So we've definitely surpassed that, so I am glad about that. But all we can really ask for is I want for this game to be extremely close, come down to the last, couple seconds of the game. Hopefully Atlanta wins, but if not, hey, I'm happy for either team, honestly, in this game right here. Let's see. Nico, you say, yeah, with Harden coming off of that horrible game, odds are towards hold on. Okay, yeah. Odds are towards the Sixers, but KD is unstoppable, so it's tough to decide. Honestly, what KD showed us in reality is that he obviously, we all know how great Kevin Durant is. I think everybody understands at this point how amazing Kevin Durant is. But to do it in that moment, that was extremely impressive because we saw earlier, when the Lakers were playing, LeBron, he tried to carry his team. Obviously, he didn't come out with the same aggression that Durant did on the offensive end. But he wanted to obviously propel his team as much as he could, and he was still battling with his own injuries. And we've seen a lot of guys try to carry their team, and they fall short, especially in today's basketball where, basically every other team's you need about 2-3 guys out there if you're going to win. But to see what KD did and how he did it, that was extremely impressive, extremely impressive. And so I cannot say it enough just how impressed I was with his performance to come up clutch. That's what you talk about when you say clutch. When you want your superstar to take over, that is how you picture it. That is like when you think about a superstar, maybe in, I don't know, college or probably more likely in high school in terms of that type of domination, going out there, scoring that many points for his team. And then not just scoring, but also rebounding as well. You look at the rest of his team, the next highest rebound, Durant had 17. The next highest was like 6. So that means he was grabbing the boards. He was doing whatever it took, whether it was bringing the ball up, whether it was pulling it from outside, inside, going on the block like he likes to do, defensive end as well. My man, he went insane. It was just crazy to see. I honestly, I was impressed. I was rooting for them to lose, but man, You can't, when you see greatness, you got to acknowledge it. You've got to acknowledge it. So let's see. Nico, you said the streams are quality streams. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, definitely getting more comfortable with this streaming thing. I've only been doing this for probably about 2 weeks now, so definitely getting more comfortable the more streams that I have. Let's see. You say for the East that you don't care who wins. You just want to see good games and good series, especially when you watch the Nets because of KD and the Suns with CP3. Oh yeah, definitely. And I really, really, I'm gonna feel so bad for CP3 if this whole COVID thing ends up costing him a chance at a championship. Like, say they do play against like the Clippers, for example, and the Suns end up getting down like like 0-2 or something like that, and then they end up making it a series, and he comes back, but they end up falling just short. Like, that's gonna be another one of those situations where you're like, what could have been? I mean, so I really feel for Chris Paul, and I really hope that we don't see yet again that something causes this man not to be out there on the court when he clearly shows, he can do some damage. I want to see how far he can go. I want to know if CP3 can take it all the way. No injuries, no limitations. I want to see him out there, playing, because this Suns team is a fun team to watch. So definitely. And then the whole thing, even with the Clippers, like I said, I want to see the Clippers lose, but not like this, not because Kawhi's not playing. We obviously want to see, the best players out there on the court each and every night. So this has just been a struggle thus far in the playoffs. Let's see. And you say, you say that what sucks is that game was the only playoff game that you've missed so far. Hey, you picked you picked the wrong one to miss. Picked the wrong one to miss, because I mean, that was a performance though. Like, no one would have saw that coming. Honestly, I came into that game yesterday with the mentality that it's about to be a celebration, especially when I saw the Bucks came out and jumped out to that 17-point lead. And I saw my man, True Holiday out there actually scoring early in the game in this series. And then, obviously what Middleton was bringing, and then Giannis, he actually hit like a three from downtown. Then he hit like a mid-range shot. And so his shot was looking even better, a little bit better from the free throw line. I mean, it was just, I thought this was going to be the Bucks' night, but Kevin Durant had other plans in the second half. I mean, and that's what happens, like obviously Tucker did everything that he could, but when my man started getting in foul trouble, and the Bucks, quite a few members on their team early on started getting in foul trouble. So then guys start coming in and coming out. And so once he came out and Durant was able to find himself out there, it's too late then. It's too late then. Now I would have liked to see Giannis try to go out there and just, I don't know, just try. This is your team. So go down there on the defensive end. I mean, it was only like a season ago that you was defensive player of the year, and maybe try to slow this man down just a little bit. That would have helped. And so that would have helped. Let's see. Nico, you say that's tough, and yeah, this is CP3's last push. That would be so messed up if COVID stuff. Yeah, if COVID messes this up, I'm going to be upset about that, because my man's been through so much to get to this point. I want to see him get a chance at a happy ending here in terms of just getting that championship, so people don't grill him in the future for not having a ring. Let's see. As a Shaq, you say, I don't know if it's really stupid if LeBron didn't get suspended. Why did? Yeah, exactly. As a Lakers fan, I have to agree with you there. Like, I don't know how you're gonna, like, obviously I don't know all the details to, what's the difference really, but we are owed an explanation as to why, are we going by a different set of rules? If there are some different circumstances, they should let us know. I mean, other than just, like just telling us, okay, one guy gets to play, then the other guy doesn't. I mean, come on now, CP3 is just as important to his team, as LeBron is, because right now Anthony Davis, he's option number one for the Lakers right now. So, and that's pretty obvious. So, let's see, Nico TV, you say, yeah, the Kawhi injury is tough. Let's see if we see PG. Ooh, putting it on Paul George. That's a gamble that if you're a Clippers fan, you might not want that gamble. I mean, he has moments. He has moments, but he's gonna have to be consistent. So I have to rely more so on him. That is definitely going to be something in which, obviously, I'm going to be watching the game later on today to see just how, that's going to impact them. But obviously, Kawhi not being out there, let's see how they look without him. Let's see if let's see if he can shine in this moment. We saw it from Durant. Let's see if Paul George still got it. I mean, obviously, Paul George, he's been the all-star that he has been throughout his career. Let's see what he's got. Old man Mob, thanks for joining the stream and being in the chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. It's a pleasure to have you here. What's good? Yeah, everything is going great. Excited for this here game. This is going to be a fantastic game. At least I hope so, knock on wood. Perhaps we'll get to see another amazing finish here. Want to see my man Trae Young go off for about 40 tonight. That would be great. I would love to see that, but let's see how things go. Let's see. Nico TV, you say it's LeBron. I mean, hey, LeBron, he's been, the best player in the league for some time. And so with that, he does get some special treatment, that comes with the territory. But obviously from what we saw from Durant, I'm really questioning, how could people make a case against that? And we have the tip off here. And the game is on the way. Game 5 down here at the Philadelphia 76ers. Ben Simmons has it up top. 76ers open up with a three-pointer. And so I wonder if this is a sign of what type of night it's going to be for the 76ers. Hawks have it up top. Trae Young has it. He lobs it up. Somehow Atlanta gets the ball back and they get the basket. Okay. Both teams hitting on first shots. And Ben Simmons has it. Going to be really looking to see just how Embiid looks in this first half in terms of his ability to force his way inside the paint. Okay. Got a 5-2 game. Trae Young has it up top, guarded by Ben Simmons. Kicks it out. Atlanta's got it. Philly is coming out with some aggressive defense up top. But Atlanta's passing it really nicely. Missed the shot, but that was a good quality shot. I like it. Let's see, Embiid passes it. Steph passes it back. Embiid with it. Embiid getting buckets. That's a good sign. 76ers fans, that's what they wanted to see. That's exactly what they wanted to see. And the Hawks, they get another bucket. Okay, Trae Young. 7-4. Steph has it up top. Behind the back to Embiid. Embiid's looking to impose his will early. Excellent. I'm rooting for the Hawks, but I love what Embiid just did there. You've got the size, use it. Go in there and dominate. Get positioned on these guys. Force them to have to respect that and change what they're doing. And right now it is 9-6. Embiid has it up top. Right now, the 76ers, they're coming out shooting right now. They are fired up, the home crowd behind them. They're coming out with intensity. They want to take the lead in this series. And it's going to be up to the Hawks to keep responding. Trae Young has it up top. He pulls the three. No good. But yeah, the 76ers are coming out looking pretty impressive thus far. I mean, Embiid, he's already got 4 points. Kirk Moss has 5 points. Pretty impressive indeed. Let's see. Let's see. Nico, you say PJ Tucker was a great pickup to guard KD, but exactly. Yeah. I totally agree with you there. And honestly, how I felt is that, early in the game, let's get Tucker on him because obviously, Giannis, he's got to play on the offensive end as well. He's a big part of that. And he's got to work twice as hard now to get his type of shot against a team like this. But, like yesterday when KD started going off, like before, like early in that third quarter, that should have been right when Giannis should have told the coach, all right, I'm for the guard KD here. We about to stop this right here and now, especially since, James Harden wasn't a factor. Kyrie wasn't out there. So, he could have put all this effort to try to slow down KD, even if just a little, and that would have been nice. So right now it's an 11-9 game with the 76ers up by 2. Ben Simmons has it up top, and Ben Simmons loses it. It's going to be Hawks basketball. If this is a sign of what's to come, we're going to have one heck of a game. Trae Young has it up top. He's driving. He shoots. Somehow he missed it. Ben Simmons has it. Passes it to Embiid. And Embiid establishing himself early in this game. Oh, what a block by Embiid. But and then the missed layup. Oh, you got to capitalize on these opportunities. And Simmons, he kicks it out wide open for 3. Okay, they missed it. The way the 76ers have been shooting, though, thus far. Atlanta has it. Okay, Capella up, no good. 76ers get the rebound. Okay, Seth with the 3, and he hits it. Just like that, 16-9. And right now, Philadelphia's coming out with confidence on every shot. You can see it on every shot that they take. It's a good shot for them. Meanwhile, the Hawks, they're having to work on offense to get good quality shots. Collins, he gets the lights put in. Okay, 16-11. Let's see. As a shock, you say, yeah, it's like last year where they didn't have Giannis play Jimmy Butler. Exactly. You say you're a Giannis fan, but he's got to step up if he wants to win the finals this year. He's got to step up huge. I mean, the only positive about, game 5, if you're the Bucks, is that, hey, it wasn't the elimination game. There's still game 6. It's going to be at your home. We don't know how much healthier James Harden is going to be, but at least, if he comes out like he did at the beginning of last game, they got to make sure that KD's not the one to beat him at this point. And Green, he was also on fire from downtown. You can't let him go off like that. So that's definitely something that they're going to have to find better ways. And then not only that, I mean, there was a lot of times where, you look in the middle, like under the basket, and they're getting wide open passes under the basket. That was absolutely wild to see. Absolutely. But yeah, Giannis, I mean, look, I get it. The coach tells you to do something. You're the type of player that, you're going to go out there and do it. But you gotta, at some point, you got to be like, you know what? It's going to be on me. If we make it this far, it's because I went out there and did everything that I could do. I didn't do what was just asked of me. I did what was required of me. And there's a difference because the coach, he's going to ask you to do what you've been doing all regular season long. That's what got you there. But if you want to win the championship, you're required to do above and beyond that. So, and right now the 76ers are up by 7 points, 18-11, and the 76ers are gotten off to one heck of a shooting start here. They have not missed a shot yet in terms of field goals thus far. So it doesn't get any better than that. Talk about a good start to the game. Let's see, Nico, you say CP3 is such a bucket and super hard to guard. Exactly. It would be very tough to beat that Suns team when healthy, but let's see if CP3 can recover. That is another thing. It's not just about getting CP3 back at this point, especially we've seen a couple guys that, like they've come out because of COVID complications and they just have not been the same on the court, whether it's, breathing problems and stuff or just a lot of different stuff. So hopefully this is not something that's, impacting him that's going to mess up his game or anything like that. And hopefully, he'll recover extremely fast and be out there the next time the Suns are out there. Really hoping for that. Let's see. Nico, you say, yeah, it'll be very good Suns and Jazz series because they're both all around with a bunch of great players and that nobody gives enough credit to. You're right about that. I mean, with the Jazz having as good a season as they had, you almost felt like people thought that they were the Milwaukee Bucks or something like that with the lack of respect that they, basically get as if, they're just, only up there because like the Lakers had injuries. And as a Lakers fan, that's not fair to the Jazz that you're just going to, disregard them like that, So, but yeah, certainly would love to see those two teams play. That's what I'm hoping happens. Jazz and Suns, that would be fantastic. Let's see. As a Shaq, you say you would love to see the Jazz Suns series as well. Yeah, let's keep it going in the chat. Yeah, Jazz and Suns. Let's get that going. Let's see if that happens. That'd be fantastic. Let's see. Carmichael Mosby, thanks for joining the chat. Appreciate you on the stream. Yes, I knew it's just going to be a matter of time as you happen to make it to all of my streams. I appreciate you. How's everything going? Let's see. Nico, you said the Sixers are very good with an all-around attack, but they are not the only team because the Hawks are giving the Sixers a good series. That they are. That they are. I wish I could like see into the future to see if the Bucks can somehow win their series, because I want it to where if the Bucks win their series and Atlanta has a legit chance, then yes, I would love to see Atlanta beat the 76ers. But if I know for a fact that Brooklyn is what's waiting on the other end, then okay, let's go 76ers, because I'm going to need you to put out the Brooklyn Nets, because I really want for them to get put out in this series. And so now the 76ers are bringing the ball up. Ben Simmons has it. Embiid has been imposing his will thus far. He has 8 points already and a rebound. Seth Curry from way downtown for three. And Philadelphia, they just can't miss as a team. And Trae Young's out there. He's going to have to respond at some point. Atlanta has got to make sure that they are aggressive on offense and take quality shots. Obviously, the 76ers, they're taking advantage of matchups and excellent passing that's setting each other open. They're playing with intensity. And, hey, when it's falling, it's falling. That stuff's contagious. But good jobs to get to the free throw line here, for sure, by Collins. Again, this series is tied up 2-2 as we're halfway through the first quarter. Come on, Simmons, you got to hit these free throws. We cannot be struggling from the free throw line. Not when the other team is out there making every shot they take. Embiid has it. He's been extremely aggressive thus far to get his shot. And look at that. Despite the double team, a weak double team, but still a double team, he's able to get that bucket to fall. And they are now up by 9 points. Let's see. Nico, you say, yeah, PJ is too small for KD. Giannis could give KD a harder time, but KD will still come up. Oh, yeah, KD will still come up, especially in the clutch. So that's why I think early in the game, let PJ go against KD, see if he can get in his head. But if KD starts having those moments where, earlier in the game, where he starts going off, at some point you got to switch it over to Giannis. Because I get it, Giannis, he's got a lot of responsibilities on offense. And so at some point, you want to deviate that to someone else, especially if Tucker is just out there, on offense, standing basically at the three-point line and not doing much, and he has that energy. But once you start to realize KD's about to warm up, you gotta know, and you got to be perfect with your timing in terms of switching it over to Giannis. Let's get someone bigger on him and make it more difficult. Let's see. Evie the Magician, you said that was a walk, man, and you seen y'all, and that I know y'all seen Simmons. Oh yeah, most definitely. Thank you for joining the stream though, and the chat. Appreciate you. So already the first quarter, and we've got a live chat. That is a good sign here, a very good sign. And these 76ers, they're up by 10 points. Trae Young's going to bring it up. And the Hawks, they want to get on the run here before this quarter's over, get some confidence and some momentum on the road. The Hawks are having to work extremely hard for their shot, as you can see, extremely hard. And you cannot lose those effort-type plays right there. I mean, you've got the 76ers diving for the ball and everything, putting their bodies on the line. You have got to fight for those loose balls. You just cannot just be hesitant like that. Let's see, Nico TV, you say, man, they're on fire. It seems that way, honestly. It really does seem that way so far in this game. As the 76ers, I mean, they've only missed one shot this entire game so far. Joel Embiid doing more work. Trae Young has it. At some point, I'm gonna need my man Trey Young to start taking some big shots. Because right now, Atlanta can use some momentum. Collins with the key rebound and putback. It's a 10-point game. 76ers bringing it up. Ben Simmons has it. Seth kicks it over to Embiid. Embiid has been aggressive in this game. Atlanta with the rebound. Okay. Trey Young has it. Kicks it out from the corner for three. No good. It's just not falling right now. It's just not falling at the moment. And Philadelphia, what a start for Philadelphia, especially for Embiid. That is just what a start for the 76ers, especially at home, and exactly the start that they needed. Let's see, Nico, you say you got to go, but you might come back later on. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you for joining the stream here. Appreciate you. And certainly, yeah, if you do get to come back in time, hopefully we'll have a close game and we'll get to see that finish together. Let's see. Jay, thank you so much for joining the chat here and being a part of the stream. Appreciate you. You say Ben Simmons. Yeah, Ben Simmons has, I don't know, at some point in the offseason, if the 76ers fall short and they want to try to blow things up, then definitely I could see at some point, trying to get someone else. Because imagine if they had someone like Damian Lillard on this team instead of Ben Simmons, how different this offense would look for the 76ers. I mean, but we all know what Ben does, but, yeah, I feel you there. I feel you there. Let's see. And Carmichael, you say things are going great. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Most definitely. Oh, yeah. So how many of you guys here are rooting for the 76ers and how many are rooting for the Hawks? Let's see. EB, you said they're playing soccer out there. Seems that way. Let's see. Carmichael, you say 3 subs from 400. Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, definitely, working extremely hard to climb up there. And so I appreciate all the support. It's been wonderful to see, so many new subscribers and people, viewing the stream and just, not only the stream, my videos, my sport contents, whether it's football news, basketball news, whichever, regardless of your favorite team, I just post NFL news, NBA news, and definitely appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Let's see, EB the Magician, you say Embiid's on fire. Oh, yeah, Embiid's putting in work. He's putting in work. He's definitely looking a lot better than he did last game. That is for sure. Jay in the Bay, thanks for joining the chat. I appreciate you for being in the chat and the stream. Oh, man, it's great to see you here. Yeah, everything is going great. How about you? And yeah, my man Jay in the Bay, he produces excellent 49ers content for sure. So definitely be sure to check out his channel. Even if you're not a 49ers fan, it's still great stuff to watch. Talk about someone that's got some subs here. He's getting closer to 1,000, so he's about to hit that big time mark. Let's see. And EB, you say you're rooting for Atlanta. Hey, join the team. But we're going to need Atlanta to step up. That is for sure. Carmichael, you say you're with the 76ers here. Oh, yeah. Hey, you've got to be proud with their start here. They are off to a pretty good start. Embiid with his 12 points. Curry's got 6. Korkmaz, he's got 6. And so they've come out shooting as a team, 11 for 14. It's almost like they couldn't miss here in this first quarter. Embiid looks a lot better here in this game than he did last game. So that's a great sign for the 76ers and the hometown team in this one. 76ers have it up top. Oh, man, wide open. He missed that, but you can't let him get that wide open a shot. And so Trey Young, let's see if he can contribute some on offense here. Yeah, Atlanta's just not feeling it. They're taking a lot of shots that just doesn't feel as comfortable when you see them shoot it as when the 76ers shoot. Everybody's pretty much in rhythm. And Capella, he has his hands full going against Embiid in this one. Okay, finally, we get an effort play here by the Hawks. Now, can we get a bucket off of this? Pulls up for three. He hits it. See, that's what happens when you go out there and you play with energy. You know, you're rewarded. It's like good karma. And so we will see. But can they continue on the defensive end? Embiid downtown for three. He hits it. The 76ers, they're shooting him with him. I mean, they're stepping up into it. But Embiid, he's got 15 points already in this first quarter. Collins is fighting hard to try to post up. Hawks downtown, no good. No good. And we have the foul there. But yeah, I mean, these Hawks, it just feels so natural when the 76ers are shooting right now because they're getting good quality shots. They're getting open on these shots. I mean, Atlanta's defense has got to step it up as well. But honestly, what is Trae Young doing so far? I mean, he's got 7 points, but it doesn't, the impact in which he's playing with should be a lot greater. He should be touching the ball every possession, setting his guys up, or just, going out there, especially when you see the other team's best player heating up. It'd be a good time to heat up as well. Let's see. Carmichael, you say, who do I think will be the best undrafted rookie? The best undrafted rookie. If we're talking just in the career wise, I've gotta let's see. I'm trying to think of that guy's name. Yeah, I believe Dalen Moses. I think that was a good pickup by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I really think that he's got a high ceiling. Assuming that he's not going to be plagued by injuries as much in his career, that's someone that I was extremely high on. But there's quite a few guys out there that I really like that was undrafted. And right now, the 76ers are up 33-19. They've got a 14-point lead here in the first. They've came out and established themselves early here in the first quarter. And so we're going to have to see how Atlanta responds on the road as Trae Young gets ready for some free throws. Trae Young shoots the first one. He gets it. And so right now we have a 12-point game with the 76ers bringing the ball up. They've came out and has a fantastic start. They go for a three, and everything is falling for these 76ers. I mean, my goodness, they are coming out and they are shooting. They're 15 for 18 as a team, 5 for 7 for downtown. Meanwhile, Atlanta, Trae Young misses that shot. Atlanta is only shooting 35% on the field goals percentage, 7 for 21, and they're 1 for 5 from downtown. Embiid has it. He's been taking his shot. Whenever he sees his Capella on him, he's been shooting. Look at the way that they move with that ball. And Simmons with the throwdown. And right now, the 76ers, they're just playing their style of basketball. They've got almost 40 points in the first quarter. Talk about rolling out of bed and being able to shoot. Oh, yeah. So these 76ers, they want to send a message. And yeah, the hometown team, the fans, they are loving this as they try to intimidate Atlanta on the road. We will see how this young team can respond. And Embiid, he's going to take a bit of a breather here. He's got 17 points already and 2 rebounds. Let's see. As a Shaq, you say, hopefully I'll get 400 subs by tonight. Hey, that would be fantastic if I could reach that by tonight. That would be absolutely wonderful. And the Hawks miss another one. They're fighting for the loose ball. At least they're out there giving some effort for these loose balls here. And again, the score is 38-22 as we reach the less than a minute to go in the first quarter. 76ers, they're playing with high intensity on offense and defense. Everything that Atlanta's put up has been contested. But the 76ers, they're finding open shots, smart shots, taking advantage of key matchups. They're looking like a team that, wants to win this game. Let's see, Carmichael, you say Shakur Brown, Steelers paid him the highest bonus of any undrafted rookie that I remember. Yeah, I did see that. So he's definitely a nice one as well. Okay, so the Hawks, maybe they can get something going here to close out the quarter. Let's see, Carmichael, you say you've got to leave, but you'll try to come back later. Yeah, I appreciate you for joining, definitely. And if you are able to come back, that's great. But if not, I'll definitely see you next time. Okay, so right now it's 38-24 as we come down with the last couple seconds here of the first quarter. 76ers throw it up. No good. But Howard he loses the rebound. So the Hawks have it, and they will get to put up the final shot here in this first quarter. Down by 14. 2 seconds left. Never mind. They will not put a shot up. 76ers are playing excellent defense out there. What a first quarter. But if there's one thing that we've seen in this playoffs, though, strong first quarters, they don't really mean much, especially when the other team comes out storming. So it's going to be up to Atlanta to come out storming in the second. But that is not going to be any easy task because they have let Joel Embiid have his way as he is 8 for 8 on the court with 17 points and 2 rebounds in this game. And then you've got Curry, he's adding 6. Korkmaz, he's added 6 as well. And then you look at the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, he's got 10 points right now, 2 for 5 shooting. Collins, he's got 7 points. He's out there putting some great effort and intensity as well. But, yeah, they're going to need more than that. They're going to need a lot more than that if they plan on winning this game. Bogdanovich, he's going to have to step up. He's got just 2 points right now, 1 for 4. Capella, he's 0 for 4. Herter, he's got no points. So, yeah, the Hawks, they're going to need some more intensity on the offensive end, and I feel that it would translate over to the defensive end as well. Obviously, the 76ers, they're not as a team going to continue to shoot 80-plus points throughout the rest of this game. At least I hope not. At least otherwise we're going to be seeing a one-sided game. Let's see. EB the Magician, you say Simmons is hugging this man out there. Hey, he's all up in his face, literally. All up in his face. And at the end of the first, we have a 14-point game. The home team came out storming. So the crowd is fully in it. Everybody's energized here. And it's translated to their defense as well. Because obviously for the 76ers, on offense, take advantage of their matchups. It starts with Joel Embiid and his ability to take, Capella or who's ever guarding him down low and just, have his way, get to the rim. Then when they try to double team him, kick it to the open man, whether that's Seth Curry or whomever down there, they're able to hit the shots. And when you do that, you're really helping your team out tremendously. And then when he comes out, Howard comes in, spells him. So, yeah, but Embiid's looking much better in this game. So whatever was nagging him this last game, he seems to be tolerating it a lot better this time around. All of the starters have scored for the 76ers in this game so far. Yeah, but the good news for the Atlanta Hawks though is that obviously nothing's been really falling thus far as a team as they're 8 for 23, but that can obviously change here in the second quarter. So it'd be nice to see them get on a run here early and the second preferably, but at some point. Because Joel Embiid and company, they are just having their way. And as we get ready to start the second quarter of a series that is currently tied 2-2, again, with both teams having won one at home and one on the road. Huge game here. So let's see if Atlanta can have a big second quarter here and shoot much better. But they're going to have to do a better job of spacing, passing, and running their offense, honestly, because when they get going, it's fun to see, but they've got to get going. So let's see who can provide that spark for the Hawks. Okay, downtown, no good. Howard with the rebound. I feel like he just settled for that one. I mean, he clearly wasn't comfortable in that shot. 76ers have it. Milton passes it. Pulls it for three. No good for the 76ers. Hawks get the rebound. They could certainly use a basket right now. Kicks it out, but it's a turnover. And then the foul. Yeah, I'm going to need to see more from these Hawks offensively, for sure. Again, it's a 14-point game early in the second quarter. 76ers jumped out to a 38-24 lead after the first quarter. Howard has it up top. And a turnover. Is this an opportunity for the Hawks to score? No good. You got to capitalize, and especially when you get a turnover, you got to capitalize on it. No good. And a foul. That'll be on Dwight Howard. And now is the time of the game where it's extremely important for the Atlanta Hawks, although Trae Young's not in right now, but it's important for them to get on a run and try to narrow this before it gets any worse, especially with Embiid not in the game right now, nor is Simmons. Atlanta throws something up, and it's no good. Howard with the rebound. 76ers have it. They have their foot on the gas pedal. Yep, that's going to remain with the 76ers. Yeah, and it's clear every time the 76ers have the ball, they are clearly, getting quality shots. Regardless of who has the ball, they're taking quality shots. Let's see what Harris has got. And and Howard misses it. So glad he missed that one. But they had the right idea. Good setup, good pass. It just didn't go in. Atlanta shoots, and he hits the three. Okay, nice. 11-point game. Now we're going to need more of that. We are going to need more from him. '76ers have it. Loses up. Nope, we've got the foul. Collins is coming back in. And so these Hawks, this is going to be a real test in this one to try to come back in a pivotal game 5 and try to steal one on the road. So right now, 76ers have a 13-point lead with that last lay-in. Hawks have it up top. Collins is looking to pass it. And Atlanta is still trying to find comfortable shots, just throwing it up. 76ers have it. Let's see what they're going to do. Nice block. See if they can get some fast break points. No good. Nope, they aren't able to capitalize. They have got to capitalize on these shots here. Let's see. DVA Mechanics, thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you, and thank you for joining the chat. Let's see, 76ers playing tight defense. They're going to get called for it. But even so, everything that Atlanta puts up, there's just so much pressure on every shot. I mean, it just looks like these guys are just in terrible positions to put these shots up, and it's really hurting, their shot, because these are shots that these guys aren't exactly, comfortable making. He's at the free throw line, and he hits the first. Oh, yeah, Trae Young's getting ready to come back. Atlanta can certainly use some offensive production from him, as he has 10 of the Atlanta 28 points right now. Let's see. EB the Magician, you say Howard just missed a dunk. They're about to take him out. I would too if I was the coach. They don't play about missed dunks. Oh, man. Poor rotation on defense to allow that penetration. Luckily, he wasn't able to take advantage of it and score. But, man, Atlanta cannot have these lapses on defense. And then they have the foul there. As the 76ers will get ready to inbound it. And as long as Atlanta offense is shooting how they're shooting, Embiid is going to get quite the rest right now. Oh, way to make a defensive play. It's still 76ers ball, but I like the hustle and the effort there by Lou Williams. They've got 3 seconds on the play clock. Milton just fires it up, and he hits it. He hits it. When it rains, it pours. And right now, the 76ers are up 43-28, a 15-point advantage. Okay, but Atlanta's going to go to the free throw line. It'll be Collins shooting. And right now, the Atlanta Hawks as a team, they're shooting 9 for 29, 31%, and just 2 for 9 from downtown. So that's about 22% right there. And in terms of what the 76ers are doing, I mean, 76ers, they're 18 for 29, so they're shooting about 61% on the court. And from downtown, 6 for 10, so about 56% from downtown. Another advantage that the 76ers currently possess over the Hawks is that they are definitely winning the battle when it comes to rebounds. As the Hawks, they have 10 rebounds, where the 76ers have 19 rebounds. As we get ready to reach the midway point of the second quarter, right now the Hawks' offense has just been flat this entire game so far. And their defense hasn't been much better. I mean, when Embiid was in the game, he was having his way. He's got 17 points already. He honestly could probably have more points if he wanted. And Collins, he misses the first free throw. Now, we've seen a lot of teams in the playoffs, come out in the second half firing. So it's still, possible that the Hawks can catch fire. Up, and Joel Embiid is coming back out. Oh, yeah, he comes in, touches the basketball. Collins shoot. He makes that one, so he's 1 for 2. '76ers are bringing it up. Cross half court. Milton, what is he going to do? He goes in, kicks it out to Embiid. Embiid's looking. Embiid's for the take from the church. He passes it up top. The double team that Embiid that he gets when he gets the ball, it just opens a lot of guys down there because you have to respect what he can do, especially if you're at Atlanta. And Atlanta moving with a sense of urgency. That's not their shot, but they get the rebound and the put in. Thank goodness for offensive rebounds for the Hawks. That has basically been how they're getting a lot of these points here. But the shots that they're taking, it's just not shots that they're comfortable with. And we've got a 15-point game. And Capella misses the free throw. So now Harris is going to bring it up for the 76ers. Embiid has it up top. Milton has it. Passes it to Embiid. Up, he's going to take that if he's one-on-one. And he shoots it. And the Hawks are able to get the loose ball up, but there's a foul. Yep, do not need that if you're the Hawks. And right now, I'm just looking at this Hawks team like, what are they doing offensively and defensively, honestly? I mean, at this point, Collins, he's got 8 points. Young, he's got 10 points. Capella's got 2, 1 for 5 shooting. Bogdanovich, he's only got 2 points. And Herter, he's got nothing. Gallinari's been pretty much another bright spot for them with 9 points coming here off the bench. But, I mean, they need more offensively. It's just that simple. They got to apply some more pressure to the 76ers. Because right now, the 76ers, they're having their way. Every time Embiid gets the ball, good things are happening. Whether he's one-on-one and taking Capella or they put someone over to double team him and he's able to kick it out, they are just having their way. I'm hoping, though, that, at some point the Hawks can get on some type of a run here. Because, I mean, once it starts coming in, everybody's offense will start flowing. But it's going to have to start with Trae Young, get things going. And then defenses are so focused on him, everybody else can get a shot that they're more comfortable with. But right now, there's a lot of guys out there trying to force their shots. And it's just not falling. It's just not falling. Again, the 76ers, they got off to one heck of a start early in that first quarter when they outscored Atlanta 38-24, and they pretty much set the tone on offense. As a team, they are 19 for 31, shooting just 63%. Shooting 63%, and 7 for 11 downtown. So the 76ers, they have been pretty much having their way out there. Everybody's shooting at a high percentage for this team. And Embiid's a big part of that because Embiid, when he's out there, he's certainly someone that the other team, that the Hawks, they got to pay attention to him. They don't have anyone that can just come out there and just, stop this man when he decides he wants to go inside. Yep, but again, this series is tied up 2-2 at the 76ers in a pivotal game 5. Winner of this game has the satisfaction of knowing that they have the lead in the series and that they can close it out in either the next game, game 6, or if it goes to game 7. So you'll get 2 chances after this to close if you win this game. Later tonight, it'll be the Clippers and Jazz. Obviously, the Clippers won't have Kawhi Leonard, so that's going to be the big headline there. And we will see how that game goes as it will return down to Utah. And these 76ers, they're coming out and they're focused as they inbound the ball. Embiid has it. Harris has it. He's been aggressive. No good. And the Hawks with the rebound. Trae Young just lobs it up, and it's a little too much for Capella to handle there. Yeah, he just fired that up there. Embiid has it up top. He's fit to go to work. Oh, there we go. Travel. There you go. But yeah, the Hawks, they have got to find some way, somehow, to turn this game around, as they have not had a lot of momentum in this game. Everything's been difficult for the Hawks. Collins, he just throws it up. Another example of them not being comfortable with the shot. Harris has it. Embiid sets the pick. Harris passes it, gets it back. Embiid down low in the post. Gets inside and gets the foul. Yeah, Capella's thinking that this has been one heck of a long series. So Embiid's going to be shooting free throws, and the 76ers, they are in the bonus. He hits that one, so the score is 47-31. And he gets both free throws. So they now have a 17-point lead over the Hawks. But let's see if these Hawks can start to show some type of life on offense. Kicks it outside for three. Doesn't go, but they get the offensive rebound. And he misses it. Should have kicked it back out. He knew that was not a comfortable shot for him. And just like that, 76ers hit that three. We've got a 20-point game. And the 76ers, they are feeling it. The home crowd's involved. They're having their way right now. What will Trae Young and company do? Oh, what a crazy pass that was. Only to see another missed three out there for the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, and everything that could go right for the 76ers has gone right so far. I mean, Embiid, he has 19 points out there, 5 rebounds, but the story is for the 76ers, they are shooting way better than the Atlanta Hawks are in this. I mean, 76ers are basically 61% field goal percentage in this game, 20 for 33. And then from downtown, 8 for 12 at 67%. So, hey, these 76ers, they're out here on a mission. They don't want this series to go any longer than it has to. Simmons hits the first free throw. As he gets ready for the second free throw. He misses it. Capella with the rebound. Yeah, and so far in the night, Atlanta, 10 for 35 on the court, shooting 29% field goal percentage and 18% from downtown. So they have been struggling pretty hard in this game to get any type of shot to fall. And that's why they find themselves down by 20 points, as they are now in the bonus as well. Yeah, let's see if Atlanta can get on a run here to end the second quarter and get some momentum going before the half. As we've seen in this playoffs now, I mean, it's not over till it's over, obviously. 20-point lead doesn't mean much in today's NBA, for sure. 76ers with the rebound. A 20-point game. Trae Young, he has 11 points for his team. Gallinari, he's got 9 points as well. Collins has 8. But everyone else is just MIA. And again, Simmons is at the free throw line. Misses the first. He shoots and misses the second one. But Embiid with the rebound. How is Atlanta letting this happen? Yeah, right now the 76ers, they have full control in this one. It's going to be really tough. This is really going to test this young team to see how they respond. In the first quarter, the 76ers outscored the Hawks 38-24. And in the second quarter thus far, they are outscoring the Hawks 14-8. Embiid has looked so well tonight, as he is 8 for 9 on the court and has 19 points. In Atlanta, I mean, I don't like the body language that they have out there right now. I mean, obviously, this is a challenge for them in terms of matchup. 76ers have the advantage in that department, but I need to see some more energy. These guys need to go out there and recognize what this is. If they lose this game, then they are in some serious trouble for the rest of the series, especially the way that 76ers are making it look easy out there. Hawks inbounded, down by 22 points here in the second. Young has it. Up. He passes it. Gets it. But they're just being careless with the basketball out there. Capella trying to force something to happen. Oh, he pushes Embiid down. And that's just pure frustration right there. As if they needed to give them any free points, as it is. Embiid hits the free throw. '76ers have it. Currently up by 23, and they've got the ball. Embiid has it. He's looking to be aggressive still. He passes it out. Seth Curry for three. No good. But, of course, the 76ers, they out-hustle them and get the ball back for the rebound. Embiid puts it up. Collins with the rebound for the Hawks. Trae Young has it. Let's see what he does with it. He passes it in down low. Capella kicks it out. Collins passes it. Oh, and they lose the ball. You cannot turn the ball over like this. They're just being so careless with the basketball. 76ers, I mean, they're out here balling. And the Hawks right now, they've been playing catch up since the tip off, really. As the 76ers, they just came out explosive. And even though the offense may not be hitting it like they were in the first quarter, when your defense is playing as good as it is right now, hey, it makes basic offense look fantastic at this point. Tough to watch for the Hawks, though. And right now for the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, he's 2 for 5 on the court. He's shot 8 free throws. He's made 7 of them, so he's got 11 points. But right now, as a team, they're shooting 28.6% field goal percentage out there, 10 for 35. Also, as a team, they're 2 for 11 from downtown, so just 18.2%. And that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it in the regular season. That's not going to cut it in the playoffs. That's just, they have got to shoot a lot better than that. They've shown that they're capable of doing it, but they have not shown the consistency that it takes to win a series like this. And obviously, an extremely young team, getting this playoff experience, that is invaluable. But if they want to win this series, they've got to do better. Ben Simmons misses the free throw. Again, they are up by 23. He misses the second one. Yeah, I don't know what type of halftime speech he's going to give these boys in the Atlanta locker room, but whatever it is, I sure hope it works. Oh, man. And so it seems the philosophy has switched to put Ben Simmons on the free throw line. He hits that one. The fans, they're fired up. Simmons misses the second one. Young has it. He's looking to pass. Step back. No good. 76ers have it, and they're coming up court fast. Oh, and Simmons tried to throw it down, but it did not go down. And man, folks, we have a 24-point game right now. Things are not looking too good for the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see if they can get on any type of run here to end out this quarter. Show some form of life, some type of fight. Trae Young shoots. He hits it. It feels like forever since I've seen him even just put up a shot. 22-point game. Simmons has it. Gives it to Embiid. Pull up, no good. Okay. Trey Young. If I'm Trey Young, I'd be throwing up a whole bunch of shots right now. Good shots, but a bunch of shots. And he misses that one. Embiid has it. Embiid's posting up. He's been doing work all game long with 22 points, in which he's done for most of the series, most of the year. Only thing that slowed him down has been deep injuries, and he gets that one to fall. He's certainly feeling it with 24 points. Young passes it. Collins down low for two. A 22-point game. So far in this quarter, the Atlanta Hawks have only scored 12 points all quarter. Seth outside, he misses. Capella has it. Young's going to bring it up. He's going inside and misses it. He missed it. But Seth, he gets the lay-in. 60-36. And this crowd, you cannot tell them anything right now. It may not be Friday down there, but it sure feels like it if you're down there. 76ers, they have the ball. Simmons inside. Finishes with the easy bucket. And they're just having their way. They've got all the momentum on the offensive side. They're winning that battle. On the defensive side, they're winning that battle. They're taking better shots. They're passing better. We'll get that free throw there. And Embiid, what a force he has been in this game. He's got 24 points and 10 rebounds in this game, along with 2 assists and a block. Seth Curry, he's got 11 points as well, 3 rebounds. Simmons, he's got 5 assists, 6 points, 3 rebounds. So, yeah, as a team, right now the 76ers are shooting 56% from the court. And after getting off to such a hot start in that first quarter, they are still dominating the second quarter. Having scored twice as much as the Atlanta Hawks have in this quarter alone. Jay and Abe, you say the Sixers looking good, but it's 2 halves to a game. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Especially from what we've seen the last couple of nights. I mean, having a big lead, that only does so much for you. But right now, I need to see some life from the Atlanta Hawks, some type of life. Because the way the Embiid is out there scoring at will, I mean, it's dangerous because obviously he has the advantage when it comes to, his matchup. When Simmons brings the ball up aggressive like that in transition, the offense responds well to that. So they're just looking extremely nice. There's 2 halves for sure, but I'm going to need the Atlanta Hawks to come out with some fire in that second half. Otherwise, things could get very ugly. Not to say that it's not already. But yeah, man, the Hawks, they can certainly use some shooters. Let's see. You say, didn't the Sixers give up a lead in game 4? That they did. That is very true. They did. Um, but this right here, I want to see Atlanta come out with more energy in the first half. I mean, we've seen a lot of comebacks, but obviously, it's going to be hard for them to stop Embiid. They just don't have the bodies to do it. And so, especially in Philadelphia, it's one thing to be at home and make a comeback, but to be on the road when you're a young team like this, that environment, they're crazy. They're already up there standing. They've been waiting for this moment. They've been trusting the process since the process began, a long time ago. They've trusted the process. They've continued the process lately, and now they're trying to finish the process here. So certainly we will see how this plays out. I'm still hoping, though, that the Hawks can come back and make this a game. Really would like to see that. Let's see, Nico, you say, wow, what a what a turn. The Sixers are dominating the Hawks, run away with the game and the series. There's going to be a lot to be determined, and we're honestly going to find out, what Atlanta's made of here in this third quarter. If they have, the pride that it takes. Not saying that, if they don't come back, they don't have pride, but if they are going to make a run in this series and continue to fight as they have early on, it's going to start in that third quarter. At some point, they've got to get on some type of run because you really don't want to be down by this much entering to the fourth. I mean, they've got the guys, that can potentially do it. They've got to put it together, though. And somebody's got to stop Embiid. Someone has to. But that's easier said than done. Seth Curry, downtown, no good. Atlanta secures the rebound. Trae Young bringing it up. Let's see what he's going to do. He passes it, goes inside, kicks it out to Milton, who shoots for three, and he hits it. Okay. 22-point game. '76ers have it up top. Harris has it. 3 seconds. He pulls it. No good. A 22-point game here at the half. And so far, we have seen these 76ers just flat out control most of this game. Well, all of this game, honestly, thus far. The first quarter, they outscored the Hawks 38-24. And in the second quarter, they outscored them 24-16. Let's see, Nico, you say, but the Hawks can definitely go on a run. Oh, yeah, most certainly. Most certainly. They certainly can go on some type of run, for sure. Most definitely. Let's see. Azashak, you say, no, who unsubscribed? Hey, man, it happens a good amount. It happens a good amount. I woke up this morning, I saw I was at like 397, then I saw 396, and then I saw 397. It happens a good amount. That's why you see I'm always posting like crazy, because you got to keep it up. Otherwise, it happens from time to time. But yeah, you'll probably see once I hit 400 before I do, honestly. Hey, Nico, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. It is crazy. It is crazy. Yep, but hey, it's a process, It's a process. Yep, and if we're looking at a 22-point game right now, and so the Hawks, they got to come out with better energy in that second half. They've got to find some way to, slow down Embiid, because when Embiid is going to work, I mean, he's clearly, you can see it coming too, because obviously, they'll match up him and Capella, and then he's just going to work down low. They try to double team him, somebody gets open, and that's just how it goes. But definitely excited for the second half. Want to see my man Trae Young, start hitting some of those threes that come with, like when he hits threes, his team feels that energy. And right now they can use that energy on offense. It will translate to defense at some point if their offense goes out there and starts getting streaky. So certainly looking forward to that. Herter, he's out there 0 for 7 right now in this game. He's got no points, 0 for 4 from downtown. So certainly he's someone that if he can shoot better, that would help Atlanta's odds right now tremendously. Um, and Bogdanovich, he's 1 for 5 as well, just 2 points. So between the two of them to only have 2 points, yeah, they're going to need more from these guys for sure. Yeah, Nico, appreciate you. Yeah. Let's try to make it happen. Let's try to make it happen. Oh yeah, throughout different times of the day, definitely I do try to post. I try to post generally between that 5 to 12 mark, depending on obviously the amount of news that we have to cover. And plus, I do work throughout the day as well, so sometimes I get the videos up when I can. That's probably why some videos you'll notice they'll be about 8, 10 minutes long. Other videos will be about 2, 3, 4 minutes long. Just a matter of how much time I have to actually make those videos. But I do my best to make sure I get the news out when I can. So I appreciate you guys and the support. Let's see, Nico, you said the Hawks just need a 10-0 run and they're definitely back in the game and can work comfortably. Yo, yeah, definitely. If they can get out there and get on a 10-0 run, they'll start to get that confidence. When it comes to a young team like this, the more confident they are, the better they shoot. But a lot of that in the first half, you have to give credit to the 76ers when it comes to their defense. They've made everything difficult thus far in this game for the Atlanta Hawks when it comes to their shots. Because most of the shots they're taking, they're just throwing something up, honestly, because they're looking around. Nobody's getting open, honestly. So they're just like, well, shoot, I'm just going to pull it from here. And that's not really their game, honestly. And so they're not able to get into a rhythm out there. And that's really been the hugest difference, honestly, aside from the fact that Joel Embiid presents huge problems for them down low. And they've got guys that can just flat out shoot from downtown. So this 76ers team is a really good team. So it's going to take a tremendous effort from the Hawks to get back in this one, especially if they plan on stealing this game. Are you kidding me? Don't have me checking. Then it's like, not. Am I really that close? Let's see. Let me take a look here. Oh wow, yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you for subscribing. Oh yeah, we're almost there. We're almost at 400. That will definitely be something right there. Most definitely, for sure. The path to 1,000. That is my goal. Is that I would definitely like to reach 1,000 because obviously once you reach 1,000, just being able to provide more content. Because there's a lot of things that I do want to ask my subscribers in terms of which content you guys find more interesting and stuff like that, so that way I know what to more so focus on in terms of like, especially during the regular season, stuff like that. I do want to get an idea of what teams, collectively as a group that everybody roots for. Just stuff like that is good to know, when I'm looking at obviously, I report sport news, but some of the other stuff that I plan on doing, that's really going to be dependent on, what you guys find interesting. So I'm certainly looking forward to reaching that point where, YouTube allows for me to use more of the creative stuff that they have available for the 1,000 subscribers or higher folks and stuff. So definitely enjoying the journey, though, for sure. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. Yes, 399. Let's see if we can reach 400 today. That would definitely make my night for sure. That and if Atlanta can come back, that would also help. Let's see. Nico, you say if they don't get back into this game, most likely the series is done in your opinion, but you never know. Yeah, most definitely. I feel you there. I do feel you. Now, one thing I will say that I feel is a little different in this game is simply the fact that obviously, if they did lose this one, they will be at home, for game 6. But we've seen that before so many times. It's typically the person that wins game 5 for the most part, barring some type of injury, that typically goes on to win the series. Now, if they win game 5, that'd be excellent. I think if the Hawks win game 5, I'm pretty sure they will end up with probably a 7-game series for sure at that point. Not so sure if the 76ers were to win that, if that would be the case. But you never know. Being at home, that'd be a great boost. That'd be a great boost. Jay Mills, thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate you. Thanks for being in the chat here. You say I'll have 1K very soon. Great content. Appreciate you. Thank you. Most definitely. Thank you. Yeah. I will say this though, because like when I first got started on YouTube and I was researching a whole bunch of different, um, channels to see, how long has their growth been. And so I was seeing things like, there are people out there that's been really in this game for about 3 years and they have, about 200-300 subscribers. And so certainly, I've been doing my best, doing my research, learning from other great YouTubers. And I'm constantly, learning more stuff, adding more stuff. Recently started posting more basketball content. That's something that I always wanted to do. It's just, with football having free agency where it was, I had to really focus on up. I'm seeing a lot of 400s here. 400s, yes, 400. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Yes, 400 on the stream. I cannot believe it. Wow, what a milestone. 400. Wow. I mean, you guys are the best. You guys are definitely the best, and I'm definitely enjoying this journey. I mean, you guys definitely make it worth, all of the time that it takes to put this stuff together. So I appreciate you guys for sure. Oh man, this is fantastic. What a night. What a night. Let's see. Maybe this stuff will be contagious. Maybe the Atlanta Hawks still start performing in the second half now. Just maybe. Let's see. As a shock, you say you think that I'll get 1,000 by November at the rate that I'm growing. Yeah, that would be really nice because November happens to be my birthday month. So if I could reach 1K by November, that would be fantastic. I mean, I do know that by that time, football season will be into play. So I'll be able to stream a lot of football content. And I do realize that most of my subscribers thus far is from, football in terms of, especially early on, because I first started mostly focusing on football content as well. And I will do the same when it comes to, free agency in the NBA in terms of producing NBA content as well, but I won't forsake football. Football has perhaps been my, I guess you could say, my first love, and so I definitely will make sure that I do not slack on that. But I'm gonna do my best to balance the both. So definitely. But if I were to reach that by November, that would be fantastic, no doubt about it. And also, those that are, following on Twitch as well, I appreciate you guys as well. And I do plan on sometime, doing some individual streams on Twitch as well, especially once I start streaming the next Madden when Madden 22 comes out. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. Mills, you say you're not worried about, let's see, 12 points. This is a long game and runs. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It is a long game, and it is, basketball is a game is about runs, and then when you have someone like Trey Young who can definitely get hot from outside, and then once he gets going, I have no doubt that once Trey Young gets going, the rest of the team's going to get going as well. I mean, honestly, he's the first domino that falls, I feel, to get these guys going. And obviously, how, like Herter, for example, being 0 for 7, the odds of him repeating that again in the second half, very unlikely. So, I mean, we're going to have a game. We are going to have a game because these Hawks, they realize how important this game is. They've got pride. You don't make it this far by chance. They're here because they deserve to be here. And don't worry, Jay Mills. We knew what you were. I wasn't going to be the one to correct you though on that one though. I feel for Atlanta. Having been in the state here, so I certainly wasn't going to throw that up there. But I see Nico took care of that. So, but yeah, they can certainly come back. Yeah, and definitely it won't be easy because, I mean, Embiid and what he's done so far with 24 points, he's right on pace as he was before in the games that they were winning to, drop 40 with ease, drop 48, 49, 50. He's right on that pace with how he's going to be able to do that. He does not look bothered like he did last game. They're easily falling. So that is for sure. But the Hawks, if they can come out strong, I really just want to see them come out strong here to open up the third quarter. Send a message to Philly and let them know they're not backing down, especially on the offensive end, and don't be careless with the ball because if you turn it over, this 76ers team, they're going to get points out of it. You best believe that. So they cannot be giving up easy baskets, and can't give them those second chance, rebounds, stuff like that. That stuff you just can't do. You just can't do. Let's see. Nico, you say, what a night for me. Yeah, definitely. This has been a huge night. I will say this, though. The last stream that I did yesterday, that one ended up having a ton, like the most views that I've had on my stream. So I was extremely excited about that. And I understand it was one heck of a game between the Bucks and the Nets for sure. So, I mean, that turned out to be one heck of a game. Kevin Durant, he showed out. He showed out. I mean, I'll say this, Kevin Durant, Mills, he reminded me of you back in high school, man. Like the way that you were shooting and stuff. I mean, you guys should have seen it. You guys should have seen it. Mills, you say we will be here to support all the way. Appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate you guys, and definitely will not forget you guys for sure, especially as the channel continues to grow. Let's see. As a shock, you say that would be perfect if I got 1K in November. Hey, that really would be. That really would be. Because, I mean, like, let's see. Once the NFL draft concluded and the undrafted free agents started to hit, and I was like, oh, wow. There's a lot of people subscribing, due to the undrafted rookies that I was covering when they landed teams and stuff. And so I started growing at a fast rate. I think I had gained like 100 subs in like a week and a half, I think. And so at that time, I was like, okay, yeah, we might actually hit this, probably by August or September and stuff. And then after that, I was like, okay, things don't slow down a lot. So let's let's be more realistic about that time frame. So yes, definitely been a roller coaster, but a fun one for sure. Let's see. Nico, you say you're still trying to get 100. Congrats on the 400. Oh man, yeah, it's definitely a fun journey. I will say that, and it's something that you really just. It's really about learning your audience, honestly, and finding ways to connect with them. Because at the end of the day, there are advantages to big channels, but one of the big advantages to being a smaller channel is that you get to actually communicate with each and every person who's subscribed, that comments in the chats. You can get back to them, and so you have that personal relationship with them, which is something that you don't really see from too many. I will say there are some larger channels that do a good job of that, and so yeah, definitely that has been fun for sure, most definitely. Let's see, Nico, you say Embiid is so dominant and can still be a lot better. Exactly. He can still be a lot better because, I mean, my man, he's still obviously dealing with that injury, even though it doesn't, seem like it today, but he's still dealing with that injury, and I just imagine how great Embiid would be if it wasn't for his injury problems. I mean, this man is a monster out there. The way that he's able to control a game and take over, I mean, one heck of a player. Let's see. As a shock, you say you think the Hawks are still in this, and Trey Young could just go on a crazy run where if he hits three or four threes, which is really possible for him for sure. But guys like Kevin Herter really need to step up. Oh yeah, my man Herter, he needs to step it up big time for sure, big time. I mean, that's another guy that can really get things going for this team if he goes out there and starts hitting some threes. I'm telling you, once one guy starts hitting threes for these Hawks, and like you said, hit about a good three or four threes, within the span of about, five shots and stuff, and then, starts getting his pep in the step, it's going to transfer to the rest of the team for sure. So a run can happen, like hopefully sooner rather than later. But hey, there's a chance. There's a chance. Let's see, Mills, you say Embiid blew the game-winning layup, so he came out with a vengeance. That kind of stuff will do it to you. And I hope that Giannis comes out with that same type of vengeance. I mean, the man was thinking so much about going to the free throw line last game. He ended up missing. And when he dropped that ball, I knew it was a wrap then. I mean, honestly, Middleton probably should have finished that one, but I get trying to make that pass, though. But, man, what an opportunity they dropped in that one. But yeah, my man Embiid, he said, y'all not about to label him. He's about to come out here and show what he's about, injury or no injury. So he definitely redeemed himself there. Let's see. Other shock, you say Joel Embiid has been crazy good this game so far. Oh yeah, definitely. My man Embiid, and I was really concerned about that, honestly, when I was thinking about this game, to be back in Philadelphia. Oh man, I was like, Embiid, he can set himself up for a tremendous game here. Because some of the shots that he missed last game, those are shots he'd normally take. He just wasn't making them. And so the Hawks have it up top. They're moving around. Capella has it. Oh, terrible pass. Absolutely terrible pass. Ben Simmons with the steal, though. Seth, he has it. Draws the foul. And that's really the problem is that the Hawks, they can't, just go inside like that. You see it when Trey Young, when he goes inside, it seems like he's moving against tree trunks and stuff down there. And so he has to try to find some way to throw it up. Capella, he's not comfortable down there. Nobody's comfortable being able to go inside against the 76ers team. And that's throwing them off big time because they're trying to force shots that they're not really comfortable with, especially when the shots are not falling right now. Let's see. Nico, you said, yeah, just keep grinding and you'll hit that goal. Oh, most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. And I appreciate it. See, 76ers, they have it. Still up by 22. Harris has it up top. Embiid has it, and basically a turnover there as he kind of led Ben Simmons too far on that pass. And Young, way to draw contact. That's what you got to do. You've got to keep that energy going. Are we witnessing the next great comeback? That is going to be the question. Let's see, Nico. You say let's see if the Sixers can keep up with the Heat. Oh, definitely, most definitely, especially with Embiid. And you know, Embiid at any moment, it feels like he honestly could just pick and choose when he wants to get his points. Honestly, and then you've got guys like Harris as well. You know, comfortable getting their shots. And everybody's comfortable with their role for the 76ers. You see the off ball movement extremely well. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Nice steal and finish for Trae Young. He's going to have to be extremely huge here in this second half. They're going to have to turn up the defensive pressure. Embiid wants it. He's got two guys on him. He's going to stay with the 76ers. But I like that defensive pressure right there. That's exactly what you've got to do every time you touch the ball. The best way to stop them, don't let them get going. You can't let them get going. Let's see. Do you think next season the Hawks could be a top 3 seed next year with some new free agent signings? And a little, well, I say top 3. That's tough. I would have to see who those free agents are, but if they were to get someone that could help Trae Young, kind of like how Devin Booker has someone like a Chris Paul, if they can get someone like a veteran like that to come in and, like provide that extra option, someone that can, run the plays and stuff, and get someone down low. They need to get a post player down low that can match up with an Embiid or something like that. If they can get something like that, then yeah, why not Atlanta? But you're going to have to ask me that question after they've had free agency, though. Then I'll be able to give you an accurate answer. And be downtown for 3. Just like that. Just like that. And the crowd, they love it. And B's got 27 points and 10 rebounds. Let's see. Nico, you say, yeah, but it will be tough. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Let's see. And the steal, that was a nice steal, though. It was a nice steal. So now the 76ers, they have it. They're up by 24. Harris passes it across the court for 3. No good, but the foul. And right now the 76ers, they are still coming out with a great amount of energy as they'll be at the free throw line. Let's see, Nico, you said you got to go. Hey, definitely understand. Appreciate you stopping by the stream, and you have a great rest of your day. Let's see. As a shock, you say it's so weird that Joel is way better on 3 shoot. Every time I see that, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this is one of those weird situations. This is like almost like a video game where you have the post player, coming out shooting the threes, and then your point guard going down low to basically try to get, an easy basket down low. Because, normally for a traditional team, your point guard is the one that you want shooting the free throw and stuff like that, and your center's not. But it doesn't work that way for the 76ers. But they find a way to make it work. They still complement each other out there on the court. So they find a way to make it work. Ben Simmons, he understands his role with this team. And so, yeah. Let's see. Jay Mills, you say both Herter and Bog are playing raggedy. Perfect word for sure. They really have not done much thus far in this game. And honestly, if they can heat up, then that could really help change this before it's too late. But yeah, I mean turnovers. That's the story. Points off of turnovers. I mean, wow. And yeah, Capella is thinking that this is a long night. That's exactly what he's thinking. This has been a long night. That it's been a long series. I don't think Capella would complain if they brought in a bigger body to try to match up with Embiid next season. And Embiid, he hits that free throw. Embiid's got 28 points so far. He gets ready to shoot the second. And he gets the second to fall as well. They're up by 26 points. Young in the corner to Milton. He gets that to fall. I don't care who gets it to fall. Atlanta needs this, and they need to get on a streak now, like right now. But the Hawks, Collins, he's got 16 points. He's 2 for 2 from downtown. Okay, there you go. That's how you put some pressure on the big man. At least force him to up, and there we go again with yet another foul. And Doc, he's fired up. Let's see. Mills, you say we need at least 15 from both and a cool 10 from Capella. Hey, that would be nice if they can get 15 both. I'd say 20 both at this point. That would be nice. And Ice Tray, please put the team on your shoulders and let it fly. That would certainly be wonderful if they were able to do that, honestly. But a Trey Young from way downtown, and he gets it to fall. Okay, a 20-point game from way downtown. Oh, yeah, and he's got 21 points. Solid. 5 of 14 field goals here. Now, can this carry over to the defense? Because they're going to have to make some defensive stops. Nice block. Nice block by Collins. Let's see. Carmichael, you say I've got 400 subs. Let's go. Yes, let's go. I am fired up about that. 400 subs. Definitely am appreciative of each and every one of you guys. Definitely been a fantastic journey. So thank you all as we have reached 400 together. And I'm excited for what's to come. I mean, there's so much great basketball left to play here in the playoffs. It'll definitely be a great journey. That is for sure. As I continue to stream these, and then once we hit football season, I'll be looking to stream those games as well. And yeah, as a Shaq for sure. Yeah, Trey, he hit it, and man, what a three! We've got it a 20-point game here, so this is the perfect time for Atlanta to go ahead and let's chip on this. Let's make this closer to about 15, 12-ish points. Let's try to chip it down to something like that for right now, but keep doing what they're doing. Young, he's got 21 points so far, 5 of 14 shooting, 1 for 2 from downtown. He's 10 for 12 for free throws as well. Collins, he's got 16 points as well, contributing there. 6 for 9 field goals, 2 for 2 from downtown. He's also got 6 rebounds. Matter of fact, Capella's got 6 rebounds as well. We need more from Bogdanovich and Herter. Both of those guys have got to do better when it comes to getting some points up there. Because right now, that's probably the biggest liability right now on the team in this game. It's just those guys have not been able to perform at all, honestly, and they're turnovers. They cannot be turning the ball over like that. I mean, Herter's contributed 0 points in this game, 0 for 7. He's looking almost like how Harden looked last night. No offense to Harden, since he's playing through that injury, but just saying. And then when it comes to the 76ers, though, Embiid, 29 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. I mean, he's out there just having his way. But lately, the Hawks, it seems like they may have something with their double team. If they can get it immediately before he can turn around and face the basket, that may be the key to possibly, keeping him from doing as much damage as he possibly can. But obviously, you got to watch out for Seth Curry. He's 5 for 9. He's 4 for 7 from downtown with 14 points. Kirk Moss, he's got 8 points as well. Simmons, he's got 6 points. He's been going to the free throw line a good bunch, but he's only 2 for 8 from the charity stripe. So that bodes well for Atlanta in that scenario. But as a team, the 76ers, are shooting 25 of 46 on the court, 56%, and from downtown, 10 for 19 at 53%. And their 60% field goal percentage on the night, on 12 for 20 thus far for the 76ers. And for the Hawks as a unit, 17 for 52 on the court at 33%. From downtown, they're 5 for 15, so 33% there. And free throws, they are 13 for 19. So they definitely have left a couple on the table when it comes to that. But yeah, it's a 20-point game here. And the Hawks are in a position to where if they can get on a streak right now, this could become a game. I'm sensing it right now in terms of the momentum. It seems like it's right within reach now. If they can get, especially if Bogdanovich can come out and start hitting some threes, him and Herter, then yes, that would definitely make this a game again. Yeah, see, as a Shaq, you say, what do I think that the Hawks need to do on defense to get back in the game? Well, first thing, don't let Embiid turn around when he gets the ball. That's going to be key to stopping the 76ers and how they run, because how they operate is once Embiid gets the ball and he's able to face the basket, if the shot's not there or you're coming to double team him, and while you're coming at him, he can see you coming, and so he can pass it to the open guy because they have great spacing and movement with the ball. So definitely you cannot let that happen. Guys have got to move their feet, stop penetration. Don't let them get inside, because when they pass it out for the three, they fall. So you cannot let them get those. So it all starts with Embiid, honestly. That is the number one way to getting back in this game. And they cannot be letting Embiid get the rebound. I know that Atlanta got the rebound that time, but Embiid's out there giving effort. And you see Danny Green, they were without him for at least another week after this. So he's forced to watch. Let's see. Jay Mills, you say it's starting to get ugly. Hey, Atlanta's going to turn it up, though. Well, yeah, Atlanta can turn it up. But, man, bodies are out here diving and stuff. These guys, they understand what this means. But, yeah, a lot of bodies diving for the ball. Let's see. As a Shaq, you said they almost lost that rebound. Yeah, exactly. That's one that especially when you're losing and you're trying to get back, you've got to secure the board better than that. There's been a couple times now where the 76ers have gotten rebounds they should not have gotten if the Hawks would just box them out, which is easier said than done against Embiid. But still, it can be done. You cannot lose the effort battle. Seth for the open three. And that puts it back at 23 points. Can Trae Young possibly respond? He kicks it out. Herter? Nope. Oh, nice steal. Nice. Let's see. Jay Mills, you said you'll keep the faith, though? Oh, yeah, most definitely. You got to keep the faith. Got to. Because right now they certainly can use it. On the road here, down in Philadelphia, young team. But, hey, this young team, they are Trae Young's team. And if they can get going, there you go. That's how you start getting going right there. Oh, that was 2, not 3. Oh, yeah, if these guys can start hitting those outside shots for Atlanta, we can see them get back in this. Embiid misses, we'll take that shot from Embiid. Considering what he can do, we'll take that shot. Let's see. As a shot, you say pick and roll, trade 3. Hey, Definitely. You say Embiid thought he was playing football with that foul. He had good form though on that foul though. He had good form if this was football. He had pretty good form. You say Steph has been really underrated this series. Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. He has for sure been underrated in this series. But he understands his role with this team. I mean, obviously we know what he presents as an outside option for this team. And definitely it does help Embiid, to have guys like him, especially since we all know Simmons is not going to shoot outside. We just know that's not his game by any means. And so, but when you're surrounding him by, obviously, Danny Green's not playing in this, but that's another option from downtown, then guys like Seth out there, you make it a lot more difficult to try to double team someone like Embiid because those guys are going to get open and they're going to knock it down. A 21-point game with just under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Let's see. After Shaq, you say almost another steal. Bad turnover there. Yeah, they got to clean it up. They've got to clean it up. They have got to clean it up here as we get ready to, come towards the latter part of the third quarter. It's going to be important. Now, thus far in this third quarter, they've outscored the 76ers 14-13, but that's just 1 point, and that's not enough to make up for, the first half that they had. So it's going to be really intriguing to see how they finish out this third quarter. It'd be nice to see them get on a run here at the end of this third quarter, and let's chop this down. Let's chop this lead down. But what's going to be the key is going to be definitely preventing Embiid from getting close. Every time he gets the ball before he can turn around, that second guy's got to be on him immediately. Don't let him look and see where the open guy is. So when he passes it, he doesn't make the best pass. If he pulls up and takes that shot from outside, we're going to have to live with it for right now. And the Hawks got to secure the ball, protect the rock, can't be turning the ball over. And when it comes to rebounds, secure the rebounds. And on offense, the only thing that can really help this offense at this point is if Herter and Bogdanovich, if they start going off. I mean, I know we've been saying it basically all game. They're both 0 for 4 from downtown. And that's not the formula for the Hawks to win if these guys are not hitting it from downtown. And as we creep close to the fourth quarter, now's the time. And Trae Young, I mean, he's got 21 points. And heck, I hope he was watching Kevin Durant's performance because he may have to give that type of effort if he wants to see his team win this game. Now, I'm not going to put no pressure to do on anybody to do what Kevin Durant was able to do last night. That was special. Kevin Durant is a special, special player in this league. But Trae Young, he's basically their best option, especially when Bogdanovich and Herter's not hitting outside. He's going to have to go in there and make it do what it do. Let's see. As a Shaq, you say the way the NBA is right now and how most teams have so many good to decent 3-point shooters, no game is ever really over because a team can go on a crazy 3-point shooting run. You are absolutely correct. And if you're a team that doesn't have, those consistent shooters, I mean, I think of teams, and some of the teams that I'm thinking about, they're good teams. They just don't have that consistent, if they're down maybe 25 points, you probably don't think, oh, wow, they can shoot their way back in it. Like I think of, obviously, I love the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan. But in terms of just if they have to live or die by the three more times than not, they're going to die by the three and live by it. And I'd say the same as, at least against the Brooklyn Nets, it's been that case for the Milwaukee Bucks in terms of, consistently hitting from downtown. But yeah, the way the NBA is set up right now, I mean, 17 at some point, the way that these guys are shooting, we're going to have to eliminate, how when everybody's playing, 2K or something like that, and you get up 21 points in this game or something like that, we may have to eliminate that at this point. I mean, hey, anything is possible the way the NBA is set up. People start shooting, and so people can come back. But it's a 21-point game. Embiid kicks it in the corner. Seth for another three, and he hits it. Oh, man, it's 24 points. 24 points. Seth Curry, he's got 20 points in this game, 6 for 9 from downtown. Hill has it. He goes inside, and he just throws it up. My man just threw it up there. He said he was going to get a shot up there. but he just threw it up there. Cross court for three, no good, but even with that miss, you could see he was feeling that. The way he was able to step into that shot, 76ers are feeling it. Lou Williams with the step back, and he gets that to fall. Lemon Pepper Lou with the shot. We need a spark. We'll take it from whomever we can get. Seth Curry again for three. My goodness. He's just out there balling 7 for 10. He's got 23 points out there. He's 8 for 12 on the court. Definitely an underrated player in terms of just, how great he is. And Capella with the slam, taking out some frustration on that. Simmons is going to bring it up. The Sixers hold a 23-point lead. Embiid with a beautiful pass. And Seth just making it look so easy out there. So easy. Let's see. Okay, so as a Shaq, you say, but they have to be safer with the ball and improve on D, especially on Embiid in the post. Oh, yeah, most definitely. That post game that Embiid has, that is deadly. Most definitely. You say that you're surprised Joel did not shoot that three, but nice shot by Seth. Oh, yeah. Joel, he'll take those threes, but he also looks for his teammates and does a fantastic job of that. But Seth, my man, Seth is heating up right now. And that is not what we needed for these Atlanta Hawks. So, now it's the time to do it. If we're going to do it, now it's the time to start getting back in it. Nice shot by Lou. Oh, yeah, so smooth. When he hits a shot, it just looks so smooth. But, yeah, Seth is taking over right now. He's taking over. And right now, the 76ers, they are looking to take over this series as it is currently tied 2-2. And so on their home court, they are out impressing the crowd right now as they have pretty much been having their way. Now, the third quarter has been pretty even thus far. Both teams have scored 21 points in the third, but the issue is that the 76ers, they came out with such a strong start to the first half that the Atlanta Hawks are going to have to play one hell of a fourth quarter and finish this quarter out strong and have a chance to win this game. Seth finally missed, huh? Yeah, my man, he's out there just having his way right now. 7 for 11 from downtown, 25 points. I wonder if Seth is going to be their leading scorer. And again, another turnover. Seth has it, kicks it to Embiid. He thought about the three, decides to post up Capella instead, kicks it out. Love the movement that the 76ers have. And Embiid hits it. It's almost as if Capella wasn't in his face. Let's see. You say Simmons has been really bad at the free throw line this playoffs. Yeah, they did show the stat earlier, and it seems like, the man's just, I don't know. He has not been there. I know he's not the best free throw shooter, obviously, but yeah, he's just hasn't been there at that line. Okay, what a stop by Atlanta here. Down 22 points. Come on, Trae Young, do something. Okay, what a pass. Lemon Pepper Lou in the corner. Yeah, come on. We need more spacing. We need guys getting open. Yeah, of course Embiid's going to step in front of that. My goodness. What a good defensive game by the 76ers here, for sure. And Embiid's got 31, 11 rebounds. They're going to let him sit down in the crowd. They're standing up for his performance thus far. And Howard's back in the game. Trae Young has it up top. He pulls up for two. No good, but Capella with the rebound, but loses it, but gets fouled in the process. But man, let's see. You say you don't know if I watched the Wizards versus 76ers, but at the end of the game for They fouled him before the 2 minute mark and kept making him shoot free throws. Oh, yeah, that strategy is definitely one that you certainly would incorporate in that situation that they were in at that time. But yeah, I mean, Simmons, when it comes to him at the free throw line, it's very odd, though, to have, like your point guard be your liability when it comes to free throws, But the 76ers, they find a way to make it work, though. I got a feeling, though, in the next round, should they make it to the next round, that's going to be a huge thing, though, free throws for them, particularly Simmons. We will get the foul here. A 20-point game right here with 1:07 left to go in the third quarter as we wind down the third quarter. And Philadelphia is also in the bonus now. I mean, the Hawks, if we're looking at positive stuff for the Hawks right now, when it comes to the third quarter, they've currently outscored, well, they've pretty much tied the 76ers when it comes to points in this quarter. But outside of that, I mean, they got off to such a slow start, such a slow start. Trae Young, he does have 24 points. Um, Collins, he's got 16 points. Bogdanovich, he's got 6 points, but he's 0 for 4 from downtown. Herter 0 for 4 from downtown, and he's also 0 for 7 on the court as well. So they really have been lacking production when it comes from those two guys, particularly on offense. They've been trying to force shots that's just really not really their shot. It gets 2 points there. And on the defensive end, I mean, they've got to do much better, much better. Going to be 76ers basketball. Yeah, it is really strange. Normally a center is that liability from three. Yeah, it's a good thing for the 76ers that Embiid doesn't have that problem. Otherwise, they would really have a problem as a team if all of their stars were struggling from the free throw line, honestly. But it does something to you though in a close game when you're a star and you know that the other team's going to foul you and send you to the free throw line, and you don't want that pressure. You don't want that smoke to be the guy who everybody's going to blame, because you miss free throws that it cost your team the game. Sometimes you just don't want that responsibility if you know that you're bad at the free throw line. And so that impacts your decision. You're like, okay, maybe I'm not going to drive to the basket. Maybe I'll just pull up here and hopefully I'll make it and win the game, as opposed to go there and then they foul me. Then I end up missing my free throws and costing my team the game and end up on Sports Center and everybody's talking about how I cost my team the game, stuff like that. So, or either, they keep fouling you, at the end of the game, send you to the free throw line and you're out there, missing, making half of them. If you're on the road, everybody's laughing. If you're at home, everybody's mad. And so it can be crazy out there. That's typically why you prefer that your point guard, the guy who's supposed to handle the ball, they're typically your better free throw shooters. Speaking of free throw, Trae Young, he gets his. See if they can get a little stop here and perhaps get another basket before the end of this quarter. Milton has it. He gets his shot up, no good. Atlanta gets the rebound. Trae pulls up from downtown, no good. Howard secures the rebound. And we've got an 18-point game heading in the fourth quarter. But here at the end of the third, 76ers 87, Atlanta Hawks 69. And so everything has been all smiles, all good for the 76ers thus far. But if there's a positive for Atlanta, they did outscore the 76ers in the third quarter, 29-25. But they're going to have a huge fourth quarter. Otherwise, the 76ers will look to take a 3-2 lead. Led by Embiid and his 31 points, scoring 11 for 15 on the court, 2 for 3 from downtown, and of course 7 for 7 at the free throw line, tacking on 11 rebounds, 4 block shots, and 3 assists. So he's putting in some work. And right now his team, even without him being in the game, the machine just keeps going. The offense keeps rolling. You take him out, put Howard in. Howard does a good job of securing the boards. He's got 6 rebounds in this game. Then you look at what Seth Curry's been doing outside. 7 for 11 from downtown, 9 for 14 on the court, 25 points. Kirk Moss, he's got 8 points as well. Simmons, he's leading the way in terms of assists for that team. He's got 9 assists in this game. 6 points. So they're understanding their role and they're playing within their abilities, which is so huge, so huge. And yeah, as a Shaq, that could have been pretty big for them. That really would have been big right there if they hit that shot. Then we're looking at more so probably a 15-point game. You just feel a little better if it's a 15-point game, and then Atlanta comes out on a little run to begin the fourth quarter. But that's really the formula now. If you're Atlanta, come out and get you that 10-0 run to start the fourth quarter. Because if they do that, then all of a sudden, hey, we'll have a game. But they've got to come out early now and get on that run, especially while Embiid's not in the game. And so that is for sure. Let's see. Mills, you say, what do I think of LeBron's recent statement regarding preventable injuries? I will say this. I think there is some truth, obviously, if anybody knows, an NBA player in terms of how long, you need to recover between seasons, it's LeBron. Because, I mean, obviously he's not happy that his team got put out, and he feels the injuries, played a good role in that, and to a degree, I understand that. But, no excuses when it comes to that stuff at all. And, everybody had the same amount of time. Well, I shouldn't say everybody had the same amount of time because some teams did go further than others in the playoff, in the bubble. But that being said, though, you understood what it was. And so, no excuses there. With that being said, though, yeah, I certainly feel that the NBA did rush these guys out there. And so, and the result, the proof is in the pudding in this case. Everybody's getting hurt. Everybody's star players getting hurt. You all of a sudden, you're winning the game. You're feeling good in the series. You're up 2-1 or 2-0, and all of a sudden, your best guy goes down, or it's something. It's been crazy to see, and so I do think there was some truth to what he said about these preventable injuries. As certainly, the human body can only take but so much if you keep pressing it. And these guys in the playoff, especially, they're going all out. They know the pressure to bring home a championship to their city and what it can mean for them, the type of money that they can get if they go out there and produce in these key moments, legacy moments that we're going to remember forever. So, yeah, so certainly I would have to agree with that aspect of what LeBron said. So the Hawks have the ball. Lemon Pepper Lou is bringing it up. He's got it. He passes it. Let's see if this results in some points. Alinari, he kicks it out. Lou shoots. No good, but nice put back there. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we've got ourselves a 16-point game. If the defense can match the intensity of the offense here, this is the perfect time to get back in it. Oh, yeah, Embiid, he's been putting in work. He has been putting in work. And he's very efficient with it, too. Atlanta has it. Lemon Pepper Lou, he's bringing it up. He pulls up. He gets it to go for two. Okay, 14-point game. Let's keep it going. Okay, Doc Rivers, he wants to stop the momentum. He wants to just slow things down. But, yeah, this is a good start. It's early, but a good start here for these Hawks. And if they can just keep chipping away like this, just keep it going. Let's extend this run, from 4. Let's make it, 7. Let's make it 10 points. Let's make it 12, 15, something like that. Something crazy like that. Let's do it. Now is the time. Because this is the point of the series where if you're going to turn this series into your favor, it's going to have to be tonight. If it doesn't happen tonight, you're always going to be chasing this team. Let's see. What do I think about how people are saying that Jokic got exposed versus the Suns? I mean, I don't think that was the case whatsoever. I mean, Jokic, he showed this season what he's about, taking his team this far. Obviously, we've seen it with all like many great players, sometimes because the Phoenix Suns, they are just playing fantastic basketball. This is a hot team right now. You can match them up against anybody right now. And so to say that they got exposed, I wouldn't say that. I've seen some really great players, get swept in the playoffs before. And so it's definitely not the first time that something like that has happened. The Suns, they just took care of business. They're a team that's feeling it, and so they just got the better of them. But that's a good question, though. Absolutely fantastic question. Absolutely fantastic. But I tell you what, though, in terms of NBA stuff, I mean, I know that earlier today, the Pelicans, Stan Van Gundy, he's gone, and so they'll be looking in a different direction. We'll see who they choose to hire there, and then obviously, as well with the Wizards, Scott Brooks, they failed to come to an agreement, so they both decided to mutually part ways. Which is a nice terminology to put it, but obviously, if his contract expired and you don't renew it, technically that is the correct terminology. But yeah, so those two teams will be looking to go in a different direction there. So certainly going to be intriguing to see how that works out there. Really intrigued with the Pelicans and the future of that team. So I hope that they make the best, the right hire, someone that can help take Zion. Give Zion the supporting cast to get him in these playoffs. I would definitely love to see Zion, in a playoff series. So that talk about young and up and coming stars. So that would definitely be fantastic. Oh yeah, you say let's see. You mean that you think Aaron Gordon, of course, and MPJ really underperformed? Oh yeah, especially when it mattered the most. And honestly, that's what that really does hurt when your role players underperform in these big situations. I mean, yeah, Jokic, and Morris were the only two guys that showed up consistently versus the Suns. Yeah, and that's something that people got to remember when it comes to especially when you see guys that are falling short, but you see that they are out there giving it their all. It's not because of these guys. Like I always think about Damian Lillard. If you look at just his playoff wins and losses and how far he's gotten, then you think, oh wow, maybe there's a problem. But when you see this man go out there and perform, you know for a fact that this man's a baller. It's just he's loyal perhaps to his detriment, but he's loyal. And, it's guys like him that, give us hope that perhaps someday the NBA might become a little bit more balanced in terms of a few less superstar teams. Not saying to get rid of them or not, just make it a star and a co-star, on each team and maybe a good player and just go from there, you know, something like that. But how about Atlanta with an 11-point game here? This is just the kind of run that we've been talking about. So Embiid, he's coming out. He's like, I got to get back to work here. So now, got to watch out for Seth Curry. He'll pull that in a minute. Embiid has it, kicks it to Seth, who goes inside, gets the basket to fall. Seth, he is really feeling it right now. 13-point game, just under 10 minutes to go here in the fourth. And what a fourth quarter it is. Lou Williams has it. Nice pass and nice finish right there. Lou Williams is really providing a spark. They probably should have went to this a little earlier as well. Let's see. As a Shaq, you say you think whoever gets the New Orleans job is in a really, really good position. I have to agree with that. I honestly believe that as well. And so you've already got the major piece in play, and some good pieces as well. So you just got to add to what they got and really just make it gel, because they've got some great pieces there. So whoever gets this roll, they're going to be set up for success with New Orleans for sure. Now, you are going to be in the Western Conference, and so that's probably the only difficult part about that right there. And let's see, as a shock, you said you're a huge Damian Lillard fan, and it was really sad when they lost the game where he had 50, yeah, and had two game tying shots late. But man, he left it out there on the court. He really did. Like, he gave it his all. When they say Dame time, they're not playing. I mean, Dame, he brings it. And that's the fun part about watching Dame. I mean, I could cover Portland games all game long, like every day. Just put they're playing, especially in the playoff game too. I mean, my man, he's just out there balling. He puts up numbers, and it's fun to watch him. CJ, all of them. It's just fun to watch that Portland team. Oh man, Steph. Are y'all sure he didn't switch with Steph? I mean, because this is some Steph type of stuff right here. I know they're brothers. I know Steph got game, but my goodness, because Atlanta was starting to feel that comeback. Like it was really starting to seem like they was about to shrink it, and it's still possible that they can. But man, Steph is not making it easy. He's got 29 points so far, 11 for 16 on the court, 7 for 11 from downtown. Matter of fact, he hasn't even attempted a free throw in this game. So all of these 29 points has been purely from him shooting and scoring. As a team, the 76ers are shooting 50% on the court. So basically, every other shot they put up is falling. From downtown, they're shooting 48% as they are 13 for 27 tonight. Meanwhile, for the Atlanta Hawks, as a team, they're shooting 27 for 68, so almost 40% field goal percentage. And from downtown, they're 7 for 20, 35% from three. And so they've definitely shot much better. As a matter of fact, in the second half, they have outscored the 76ers in the second half, but they're going to need to have one heck of a performance here in the fourth quarter. And by one heck of a performance, I'm talking about a quarter in which they score 35 plus points if they plan to win this game. As a Shaq, I completely agree. Because so many times you'll see a guy has, like 30 points, but perhaps, maybe a good 14 or 12 of that is coming from free throws and stuff, perhaps a bad shot, but they got bailed out by a foul or something like that. But this man is getting it in the purest form possible. He's getting nearly 30 points without even going to the free throw line. So he's not dependent on the referee to get his buckets. He's just out there purely scoring and getting them the old fashioned way. And that's what great players do. Highly underrated, that is for sure. This is going to be it. I mean, this is the fourth quarter here, and we've got 8 minutes, 37 seconds remaining to go in this game. And so if the Hawks are going to do it, now's a good time to start. But either way, at the end of this game, someone's going to have a 3-2 lead, and that's going to give them a significant advantage for the remainder of this series. And again, later today, well, it should be sometime really soon, actually, the Clippers and Jazz will be playing. And so we're going to have to see how the Clippers will look without, obviously, Kawhi Leonard. So obviously that's a major blow to the Clippers there. But we will see if the Jazz can bounce back after letting the Clippers take the last two, and if they'll take the 3-2 lead, or if the Clippers, led by Paul George, can find a way to steal this one on the road and take a commanding 3-2 lead. But my man Seth, he's making it look so easy. And Joel Embiid, he's been 12 for 16 on the night, 33 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks. He's putting in work. Ben Simmons is bringing it up. It's a 13-point game. Embiid has it. Oh, what a fake. He'll go to the free throw line. But man, I mean, my man Camilla, he bought that. He jumped up for that. Yeah, that was a nice fake right there. I mean, that was one heck of a nice fake. Let's see. Do I think the Clippers are done without Kawhi, or do I think PG will step up? I honestly feel that if Kawhi's not out there, they are done. I think that the Clippers are going to be done without him. I mean, PG will have he has moments, but right now, I haven't seen enough from him to show me that by himself he can beat a man. I mean, obviously he hasn't. The best players are going to be out there trying to stop Kawhi for the most part, but without Kawhi being out there, things are going to be a lot more intense on him, and so he can't just pick and choose when he's going to have his good games. And right now, the 76ers are back up by 15. But I feel that the Clippers, they're at a huge disadvantage without Kawhi. Kawhi just means so much. He's clutch for them in terms of when they really need production, they can rely on him. And then his defense as well, when he chooses to play defense, I should say, these days. But yeah, when he makes up in his mind that he wants to take over, he's one of the best to do it. And so PG's got a lot to do. He's definitely not Kevin Durant, that's for sure. But we'll see what he can bring, though. But I think the Clippers will be done, especially if they lose tonight. You said if he made that dunk, that would have been player of the night, in your opinion. I would have to agree with you. I mean, the way he was flying up there, I mean, it would have been. I feel for Capella, though. I mean, he's having a long day, and it's been a long series. I mean, it's not fun going up against Embiid all this time. And again, it is a 13-point game with 7 minutes and 31 seconds remaining to go. The 76ers are now in the bonus. And Seth at the free throw line. Up, no good. I'm guessing that Seth, he's doing so well shooting, he probably doesn't want these free throws. Okay, he gets the second one. 14-point game. Lou Williams has it. He's been a nice spark off the bench in terms of helping get this offense flowing. And Lou with a nice shot. 12-point game. We're going to need this Lou from here on out. I like the decision to put him in. I would have put him in a little earlier. Him and Trey. That's a nice combo in this game. And Embiid. Oh, man, he wanted to throw that down. Well, yeah, another foul. I mean, another one. 12 points, though. My man Capellas, he needs some help. My man's having a long night out there. Again, Embiid understands how important these free throws are. He hits the first 13-point game with 7 minutes remaining to go. All right, Embiid hits that one, 14 points. Lou Williams to bring it up. Trey Young has it. Lou gets it. Let's see what Lou's going to do. He pulls up. He hits it. I love the fearlessness that he's showing. He understands the situation. Lou understands. He's been doing this for a minute. If anybody can come off the bench and get hot, it is Lou. Got to make sure that Seth doesn't get no easy shots here. As he's been showing that he can shoot, he pulls up and he hits it. He hits it. Of course he hits it. 14-point game. Every time Atlanta starts to creep back in it, this man pulls up and pulls a shot. But Lou with the big three. Okay. Give it to Lou Williams. An 11-point game. Just give it to Lou for the rest of the night for the Hawks. Just let him do work. Let Lou do work. Embiid. Come on, Capella. Okay, nice miss and an excellent rebound. Okay, Trae Young has it. All right, Trae, it'd be nice if you can pull up and, hit a 3-2. But I guess if Lou's got to do it, then let him do it. Everybody else is just going to stand around and watch. Okay, it'll be Hawks basketball. It's too much standing around right now. I need the Hawks to go out there and move with some urgency. I get it. Lou's making a shot, and when a person's making a shot like he does, you kind of just sit back and watch. But I need to see some aggressiveness to get open, you know? Milton. Oh, nice shot off the glass. Okay. Nice. We have an 8-point game, folks, with just around 5 minutes to go. Excellent shot. Now we have got to stop Embiid right now. Embiid shoots no good. Nice rebound. Come on, Trae Young. This would be an excellent time for you to get something right now. He goes up. He kicks it out in the corner. He thought about the three, but he hesitated, but he sure won't. Collins missed, but they get the rebound. Excellent. Lou Williams for three. Oh, I thought he had that. That's one that you have to make, and then the foul, and they're already in the bonus, so that'll be some free throws. But, man, I tell you, this is what I'm talking about. There's that nice run that they are on. Nice run, yeah. To be able to bring it down to 8 points, you've got to give it to Atlanta here for showing some heart on the road. Absolutely another good contest. Why did he foul? That's the question that we're going to be asking for the rest of this game. Should Atlanta not win? I get the aggressiveness, but you got to be smart. You know the 76ers are in the bonus. You can't give them freebies right now. You just can't do it. 10-point game. This is where I want to see my man Trae Young start heating up. But give it to Lou. Lou knows what to do. Give it to my man Lou Will. Okay. Uh-oh. Embiid is favoring that knee. It might be time to pull him out, coach. And, man, what a game we've got now. We've got Simmons. Of course, now he'll start hitting those free throws. Yes, another Ben Simmons intentional foul. That's the game plan from here on out. Yes. Trae Young has it. But yeah, after that foul though, I mean, when we're talking about Embiid though, I mean, yeah, I saw he grabbed his knee on that one, so that's definitely something to monitor, as we know the difference when he's hobbled out there as opposed to prior to that. Trae Young has it. Nice, nice. Okay. 8-point game again. Trae Young with 30 points. 8 for 19 on the court. Got an 8-point game. 76ers passing it around. Embiid has it up top, pulls it for three. No good. And the Hawks with a big rebound. Young has it. He pulls it from way downtown. No good, but they're able to secure the rebound. So they shoot. No good. Y'all got to find my man Lou. He feeling it. And of course, send Embiid to that free throw line. I mean, not Embiid, Simmons. Let's see. The Sports OG, thank you for joining the stream and participating here in the chat. Appreciate you. You say Atlanta cut the lead a bit. Yeah, definitely. This has been, they sure as heck waited to the perfect moment to cut it down. I will say that. And so, but they're going to have to keep going, though. They're going to have to keep going. But this is by far Atlanta's best quarter of the game. Okay. Embiid missed that one. It's an 8-point game. Can Atlanta score? And yes, Capella with the finish. 6 points. 6 points. Okay. And what a game we have. The 76ers, they seem like they had momentum throughout the entire first half, most of the third quarter. But it seems like at the very end of that third quarter and all of the fourth quarter, the Atlanta Hawks, they finally came out. They've awoken. They've responded. They're outscoring the 76ers in this quarter, 29-17 thus far. It's a 6-point game. Anybody can win it. The series is tied 2-2. It's whoever wants it most. That's who's going to win this game. You know, Lou Williams, he's been a huge spark coming off the bench, especially in this fourth quarter in terms of getting this offense going. Joel Embiid, he's had a great game with 37 points. It looks like his knee is starting to bother him, so that may be something that comes into play later on. Obviously, sending Simmons to the free throw line. He's 4 for 14 on the night, so that's another thing to keep an eye on as he has 8 points thus far. Seth Curry has been extremely huge for the 76ers. He's got 34 points. And so right now, if Embiid is hobbled due to that injury, then that's certainly someone that they're going to want to rely on as he is 12 for 17 on the court, 7 for 11 downtown. So certainly someone that has been huge for them thus far. You know, Simmons, he leads the 76ers with 9 assists out there. And so he's definitely distributing the ball as well out there. And so certainly these 76ers have been playing great all game long. But how about these Atlanta Hawks? Trae Young with 30 points. Collins, he's got 19 points, along with 12 rebounds as well. And some of these rebounds have been extremely clutch rebounds. And so certainly this bodes well for the Atlanta Hawks and perfect time for them to wake up. Now, you know, Herter, he's not been a factor in this game for the Atlanta Hawks at all, going 0 for 7. In fact, if they had any production out of him thus far in this game, this would be a different game altogether in terms of the Hawks having the lead. But he has been a non-factor with 0 points. Bogdanovich, he has 6 points on the night as well. He's 0 for 4 from downtown also. But Lou Williams, he has 15 points thus far, going 7 for 11, 1 for 3 downtown. I mean, my man Lou, perfect time for him to come and get warm and just provide a spark. Let's see. Azashak, you say, yeah, you hope him and Ayo get drafted high. Oh, yeah, definitely. They're both projected second round, but you can hope. Hey, doesn't hurt the dream. Doesn't hurt the dream. And even if it doesn't happen in the first, as long as they're able to, you know, take advantage, that's all that matters. But, man, look at my man Lou Williams, though. Those highlights, I mean, every shot that Lou has hit has been extremely clutch, and he's been a spark with 13 points in this quarter, 15 overall. They honestly should have went to this matchup a lot sooner. A lot sooner. And I'm sure that the fans are at the edge of their seat down there in Philadelphia, as well as the people watching in Atlanta. Nice turnover. Okay. Okay, that's how you make a play on defense. And Doc, he understands the importance of this game if the 76ers were to slip up and let the Hawks beat them. Would that not make for a storyline? Young has it up top. He goes for his shot, and he makes it. Okay, a 4-point game. Separated by 4 points. The 76ers have it up top. Got to watch out for Seth. Kicks it down low to Embiid. And Embiid, is he bothered by that knee? Maybe. He wasn't able to get that shot. That knee might be bothering him. I've seen that a lot in the last game. When he shoots like that, that usually. But yes, we have a 4-point game. You say it's funny that Lou and Seth have been the two biggest factors of the game thus far. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Absolutely. And yes, that was great D by Capella. Oh, nice. Absolutely nice shot right there by Trae Young. And we have ourselves a 2-point game. And so Embiid, he is adamant about getting the ball right now. Oh, yeah, my man Trae Young. Absolutely fantastic night, you guys. He is creeping up on 40 points potentially. He's got 34 points thus far, 10 for 22 on the court. Let's see if the Hawks can play defense. Nice. And then they secure the board as well. Being down by 2 points. Trae Young has it, bringing it up court. Let's see what he's going to do. Y'all got to give it to Lou. Uh-oh, Trae. There you go. There you go. That's how you draw a foul. And the 76ers, Doc is just looking like, I can't believe you guys. Doc is like, I can't believe you guys. And yes, a 3-point foul. Yes, Atlanta turning up the defense, turning up the offense, inspired by Lou Williams, which is carried over to Trae Young as he has 35 points right now. And we have ourselves a game with Atlanta taking the lead here. I mean, they were down big, folks. It was not looking pretty in the first half, but they stuck with it. They kept going. You know, this young team that continued to fight, you know, despite the odds, despite being on the road in this huge game 5. And now they're going to have to finish strong and try to see if they can walk out with this W. But, man, what a game that we have. It's anybody's game. It's going to come down to a lot of key factors here, such as free throws. We all know the liability that Ben Simmons can be on the offense, particularly when it comes to free throws. And so that's certainly someone that they're going to want to send to the free throw line in these situations. If you're the Hawks, obviously the 76ers want anybody but him going to the free throw line who's out there. And in terms of the Hawks, you know, so far for the night, the Hawks, they are 20 for 26, you know, in terms of free throws on the night. And so, but yeah, definitely putting Lou Williams out there has definitely been a tremendous move for the Atlanta Hawks offensively. And so, and on defense, they're playing inspired as well. As they have a 1-point lead here in the fourth quarter where they have outscored the 76ers 36-17 in this quarter. And throughout, they've outscored the 76ers in the third quarter, and they've outscored them in the fourth quarter as well. So both teams have dominated 2 quarters in this game. So this is absolutely fantastic, though. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Evie, you say, yeah, definitely. What a game. What a game. I mean, the Atlanta Hawks, I'm so proud of the effort that they've displayed tonight. This young team, you know, coming out inspired. And, man, what Lou is doing for this offense, I mean, that is fantastic. He's provided quite the spark. Quite the spark. My only complaint is he should have been in sooner. We could have used this sooner for sure. But definitely perfect timing, and what a game we have. As for the 76ers, yeah, they've got some questions as to how healthy right now is Embiid with that knee. Because when he went down and grabbed his knee, he hasn't looked the same since then. Let's see. Jay in the Bay, you say 2 halves to a game. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. 76ers Embiid has it. They go down low to Harris, but it's blocked. Okay, yes. Okay, there we go. Talk about the defense for the Hawks, though. Gotta love it. Absolutely gotta love the mental toughness of this team. Let's see, as a shock, you said what a block. Yes, definitely. This team right here. I mean, when they turn it on, they turn it on. Let's see, Jay in the Bay, you say, how are you an NBA player and Ben can't shoot from the field, can't shoot free throws, can't shoot threes? I wonder what can he do. I honestly wonder. I mean, yeah, he's a great passer. He's got great height for the position. But you're right. I mean, he's so limited in terms of his games. And when you come to the playoff basketball, you have to you really need everybody to be able to contribute in multiple ways. And he's so limited offensively in terms of what he can do. Like you mentioned, he's not an outside shooter. He's not a shooter. Doesn't do good from the free throw line, so he's a liability. And so yeah, I mean, it's real tough, especially with Embiid, dealing with that knee injury as well. But what a game. We could not have asked for a better fourth quarter than what we're seeing right now. As they take a look at the replay, the Hawks up by one. And so thus far in this game, the Atlanta Hawks, they are 38 for 83 in terms of field goals, shooting nearly 46% field goal percentage. So they've drastically improved as the game has went on in terms of their shooting percentage. Now from downtown, they're 9 for 25, shooting 36% on the night. They've definitely picked it up. They've even improved on rebounding. They have 38 rebounds, while the 76ers have 42 rebounds on the night. And the 76ers, they're 34 for 72 in terms of field goals for the game. So they're shooting about 48%. And from downtown, they are 13 for 28, shooting about 46% on the night. So both teams have played fantastic. But someone's got to win. Someone's got to take the lead in this series. And man, do I hope it's the Hawks. Let's see. Jay in the Bay, you say the Hawks were using Hack-a-Shaq against Ben Simmons. That's crazy. Absolutely, but so accurate. So accurate. That's exactly what they've been doing. Let's see. As a Shaq, he said he's a great defender and passing point guard, but come playoff time, he's not going to work for the current 76ers. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And that's really the problem. I mean, yeah, regular season, that stuff will work. And even in a team in which you're significantly better than in the playoffs, but when you're going up, like say they were matched up against the Brooklyn Nets, you need a guy like Simmons to be able to at least consistently make your free throws, if nothing else. That is for sure. Okay, so the Hawks have it. About a minute left to go. Let's see what's going to happen. Gives it to Lou, who has it. Kicks it back. He shoots. He gets it. Okay. What a basket. All right. Nice shot. And the Hawks are up by 3. Oh man, can you say Seth missed? What? Nice. So a 3-point lead for the Hawks. And Trey has it. This is where stars finish games. Simmons is gonna guard him. Obviously, he presents some length. But man, Young with the open shot. Oh, no good. That would have been so amazing. Had he made that 3, it would have just been fantastic. 3-point game with the Hawks up. I mean, I mentioned earlier, in order for the Hawks to win this game, I said in the beginning of the fourth quarter that they're going to have to score at least 35 at the minimum in this quarter, and they already have 38. And so they're probably going to need to hit that 40 mark to come out with this victory. But man, what a fantastic finish to this game. The series is tied 2-2. We're down in Philadelphia. Philadelphia had the lead throughout most of this game, and at some point, it's looking like, 22 points? I think the lead went up to at most 26 points. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the biggest lead that the 76ers had was like 26 points in this game. And then the Hawks, they started to come alive, towards the very end of the third, beginning of the fourth. But even then, it seemed like every time that they'd start scoring, Seth Curry would, hit a basket, or either Embiid would do work down low. But then something happened. Lou Williams entered the game. He put on his Superman cape, and he went to work. And ever since he's been in the game, the Hawks have just been a completely different team. I mean, and that's good coaching to recognize, to make that move right there and to put him in, because he's definitely provided a spark, and it's contagious to the rest of the team. And when the offense picks up, you play better defense. When you see that the offense is out there scoring and all they need is some stops, you'll go out there and sacrifice yourself for the ball. My man Trae Young has 37 points on the night, as he is 10 for 23 on the court, 2 for 6 from downtown. But Atlanta's going to have to play tremendous defense here. Make sure you identify where Steph Curry is and do not let him take that three. And also keep an eye on Embiid, but make sure Steph Curry does not get open. Okay, so far, good defense. Okay. Send him to the free throw line. Let's see. As a shot, you say Steph Curry off-ball screen, 3-point. You're predicting it. Hey, that's definitely what I thought would be drawn up for sure. And so they tried it. It's kind of right. Yeah, just didn't get the results, though. Just didn't get the results. And the foul on Embiid. And he missed it. Okay. Oh, yeah, that knee's definitely acting up, though. That knee is definitely acting up. He just has not been the same since that time he hit the flow and he grabbed his knee. Embiid has not looked the same since, because prior to that, Embiid was putting in work. My man has 37 points on the night and 13 rebounds. He misses the second one. Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind right now that knee is really impacting him right now. And, hey, we said he came out on a vengeance to avenge himself from last game, but yeah, the Atlanta Hawks, they could do this. They could finish this. Now, obviously, there's still time on the clock, but I am just so proud of how the Hawks were able to fight back in this one when it seemed like things were going bad. Absolutely crazy. We were just talking about the importance of free throws. We were talking about Simmons. But, hey, I'm sure Simmons at the end of the game, he's going to say, that wasn't me. It wasn't him at the free throw line. So, let's see. E.B. the Magician, you say, wow, man, they can't make free throws. Yeah, it seems that way. But Embiid is clearly being bothered out there with that knee. He's bothered by that knee. I'm convinced that's exactly why he started missing ever since he went down to that court. But it's going to be up to Atlanta to take advantage, and they are up by 3 with 10.2 seconds remaining to go in the fourth quarter, with the series tied 2-2 in this key Game 5 on the road in Philadelphia. If the Hawks can win this, Game 6, they will set that up to be a potential closeout game. So we will have to see if that happens. And so the Hawks will get ready to inbound the ball. After they finish scrubbing down the court, make sure it's not slippery. Oh, Lou Williams came in right when Atlanta needed him the most. Let's see. As a Shaq, my favorite NBA player of all time is Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant. He was definitely my favorite. If I had to choose a second favorite, I'd say Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady. He'll be third. And so basically, yeah, those are some of my favorite all-time NBA players. But for right now, in terms of in the league, I would have to, if I had to pick someone that's currently playing right now, I would probably have to go with. I like what Dame represents for his team, and yeah, Atlanta out here taking chances. Yeah, they're taking chances. And meanwhile, the Clippers and Jazz apparently have already tipped off. The Clippers are up 10-7 in that one, So that'll be key to see how they respond without having Kawhi out there. Trae Young with the free throw. Oh yeah, Atlanta's they're feeling this. They know what this means. Oh yeah, the home crowd is stunned right now. They cannot believe what they just witnessed after seeing their team dominate for most of the game. And now they realize that if the Hawks finish this one like they should, they're facing an elimination game on the road in Atlanta. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Kobe was definitely an incredible player, an incredible inspiration. Just his mindset, the Mamba mentality, so many great things. 76ers pull up for three, no good. Shoots again. Okay, he got that one to fall with zero point 0.1 second on the clock. And that's it. That's game. The Atlanta Hawks have went down to the 76ers and they have stolen game 5 with a strong performance in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Sixers in the fourth quarter 40-19. They find a way to win. So how about that, Atlanta? They are up 3-2 and they're going to be at home the next game in a key game 6 to try to close out this series. What about that? What if? You can only think, what if the Hawks are actually able to do this? But what a fantastic finish after getting off to a slow start and seeing the 76ers basically control most of this game, but for the Hawks to come out in the fashion that they did. Warren, led by Lou Williams, coming out and providing the spark as he had 15 points off the bench, going 7 for 11. Oh, man. And then you add Trae Young with his 39 points that he had and 7 assists, and 3 steals. He was 10 for 23 out there. Collins, he added 19 points with 11 rebounds. And so, man, let's see. As a Shaq, you say Trae Young and Lou Will really took over in the fourth. Incredible comeback. Absolutely incredible comeback. And for a young team like that, that goes a long way in terms of building your confidence. And so now enjoy it. Definitely enjoy it. Feel good. But when you wake up, time to rest up and get ready for game 6 in Atlanta. Atlanta, they have a huge opportunity here to take this one at home. You don't get a better chance than that than to be at home with the opportunity to close out the series. And so, this is a young team, and so they're going to have to make sure that they come out with the intensity that they came out with in the fourth quarter, So definitely the coach is going to have to monitor, fill this one out, and do like he did this game. Even if they come out slow, put Lou in. Lou's going to have to continue to provide that spark, off the bench to help this team get going sometimes. But, man, when they get going, they're a fun team to watch. That is for sure. A 3-point victory here. Both teams played fantastic. Definitely want to continue to monitor Embiid's situation with his knee, and see if this is going to continue to impact him, down low. Because if he comes out there and he's bothered by that knee in game 6, then the 76ers, they may be getting put out in 6. But if his knee is A-okay, then this series is anybody's series still. Despite the fact that the Hawks are up 3-2, they still have a lot of work to do to finish this one off. And that being said, I see that the Clippers and the Jazz, they're currently tied 10 apiece. But, man, what a performance. What a game. And so, let's see. You say that you hope that the Hawks and Lou use Lou more in the next game. Oh, definitely. After seeing this, they absolutely have to. Don't mess up the starting lineup. I get it. You don't want to take away the confidence of, someone like a Herter, even though he was 0 for 7 in this game, but he's not going to always be 0 for 7. So if we can get those guys going too, that's just more firepower, especially being at home, crowd behind you, everybody's loud, they're intense, all of that stuff. So that's definitely going to bode well for Atlanta being at home, because those fans, they've been through so much. They've seen so many disappointments, over the years in different sports. And so they're going to be bringing it at home to try to help their team, to give them that push that they need to close out the series, because they do not want to see their team have to go back down to Philadelphia in game 7. Yes, they won this one, but it was extremely, extremely close, and it took one hell of a fourth quarter to finish that. So, Yeah, but with all that being said, though, the game is done, and so I'll go ahead and I will end this stream. But tomorrow, I'll continue to stream tomorrow as we watch the Nets and the Bucks play. As the Bucks, they lost, they dropped that one on the road in Game 5, and so they're going to try to respond in Game 6. Obviously, we'll have to see, how does James Harden look in Game 6? Does he look more like the James Harden we used to see? Is he going to look like the James Harden that we saw last time? That remains to be seen, but that's going to be one heck of a game. And we'll see if Giannis and company can keep that series going and take it to 7 games, or if Kevin Durant can go ahead and close out that game on the road in Milwaukee. That remains to be seen. But with all that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for joining the stream, and for participating in the chat. Those that did, really appreciated it. We definitely enjoyed this game, and so looking forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. Let's see, Evie, you say Doc is mad. Oh, yeah, Doc is mad. He's seen this happen before with his Clippers, so he is furious right now. Absolutely furious that they dropped this one at home. But I'm going to see you guys again tomorrow, hopefully, for the stream, so I hope that y'all will join me with that. And so, as a Shaq, great stream. Can't wait to see you next stream. Definitely, man. Looking forward to it. I'll be streaming to this game, so I hope that you'll go on that one too. And looking forward to seeing you guys. And yes, we reached 400. And so, yeah, next time, let's try to make 410. Let's go. All right, but I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night, everyone. And enjoy the Jazz and Clippers if you're going to watch it. If not, hey, see you guys next time. Take care.